Greetings, brothers and sisters from around the world. Pull up a chair. It's time to get down to the business. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, Mr. Jason Black. Glad to be with you all here this evening for tonight's program. This was actually something I meant to cover last week, but I didn't have the opportunity to do so. And what we're going to talk about here tonight is the entitlement of the average. You got an average chick, and boy, oh boy, does she ever feel entitled. And I could think of no better embodiment of that than when I saw this panel on Tamron Hall's YouTube channel. YouTube was suggesting it to me because, you know, sometimes I got to go in on Tamron. And boy, when they suggested this foolery. So Tamron was talking to them. Some of the stuff that she was allowing them to say, some of the things they were talking about was just outrageous. But I'm not going to sit here and wax hyperbolic. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you so that you can hear for yourselves what they were saying, just so you can see how insane they've gotten out here. We're not talking about some bad broads. We're talking about a couple of three very average, and I don't mean to talk about folk, but very average chicks. And listen to some of the outrageous demands that they're making. And I'm talking about things that physically put men in danger, with Tamron sitting there egging them on and cheerleading it. Listen to what they had to say.
Some single women feel more empowered in the post-Time's Up, Me Too dating world, or are they being more cautious than ever? These women say that they're changing the rules of dating and redefining what consent looks like in their lives.
I'm getting ready for my date. I am very, very late. My room is also a disaster, so I can't even bring them back here, which is good. This is like a form of birth control. I'm going to be going out with a mutual friend. We've known each other for about the last 4 or 5 years. I never really overstepped that boundary of flirtation.
So I am date day ready and got my outfit together, and I am ready to head out. I always send my sisters and my best friends my file. I send them everything I know about the man up to that point. That includes his name, a picture of him, whether from social media or the dating app, his telephone number, maybe his home address if I have it. I also will send where we're going.
So I just got back from a date.
Okay, I gotta stop it here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up a little bit because I want you to see which ones of them were talking during these parts. I want you to see which ones of them were talking. So, first of all, we're going to back up here to when they were asking the first chick. That is the one named Rachel. This is the first one that you hear talking when Tamron says they can tell their stories.
That they're changing the rules of dating and redefining what consent looks like in their lives.
I'm getting ready for my date. I am very, very late. My room is also a disaster.
Okay, so this is Rachel. She's getting ready for her date. She's very late. So she wants an on-point dude, but she's very late. And when they talk about her room, this is a picture of her bedroom. This is her bedroom. She put this out nationally for people to see, so she didn't have any problem representing this nationally, but you haven't heard nothing yet. So this is Rachel. 27 years old. Wild-eyed as hell. Fellas, y'all gotta watch out for them crazy eyes. You all just keep saying, well, hell, she looked throwed off. This means it'll be easy to get her in bed. She got some plans for you. But this is Rachel's bedroom. This is it. And this is her bedroom on her way to her date. Now, I'm not gonna play the video because we're not gonna let Tamron sit up here and hit me with a copyright strike. Because, you know, Tamron ain't going to like this type of exposure. But I want you to be aware here that this is the bedroom. And by the way, that video has got like 3,000 views. So we're going to skunk that really, really easy. If you haven't let people know that the broadcast is on tonight, by the way, you need to let people know that we're out here and we're doing this thing. So, you know, YouTube keeps hiding my stuff. Go ahead and let people know that we're doing this. But this is Rachel's bedroom while she's sitting up here lecturing you about what she will and won't accept and whatnot. And this is how she sleeps. This is how she sleeps. This is her bedroom, and this is how she sleeps. This is it right here. So we're going to let her dictate to us what's acceptable and what isn't? Are we insane over here? Apparently, we are. Well, apparently, they are.
So I can't even bring them back here, which is good. This is like a form of birth control. I'm going to be going out with a mutual friend. We've known each other for about the last 4 or 5 years. I never really overstepped that boundary of flirtation.
So I am date day ready, and
all right, now we skip over here to the next chick. I think her name is Ope. This is the black chick here. And just listen to some of the nonsense. She was the most outrageous of all of them because, you know, she's going to outdo everybody. Of course, she's going to outdo everyone. So I don't know what immigrant background she comes from because she's got definitely an immigrant name. But listen to some of the crap she comes out with.
got my outfit together, and I am ready to head out. I always send my sisters and my best friends my file. I send them everything I know about the man up to that point. That includes his name, a picture of him, whether from social media or the dating app, his telephone number, maybe his home address if I have it. I also will send where we're going.
So I just got back from a date. It didn't really go great. I know exactly what I don't want. Drinks.
All right. So she sits here and tells you that when she goes out with a guy, she takes a picture of him and then sends his name, a picture of him, his cell phone number, and his home address to her, quote, friends. Now, would you be okay? I want for the ladies listening right now, listening to me, would you be okay if the guy you went out on a date with, you agreed to go on a date with him and he took that as his permission to give your name, your picture, your phone number, and your home address to his family members and his friends? Would you agree with that, ladies? For anybody, any of you listening here right now, telling yourselves, well, you know, maybe that'd be all right. Okay, would you be okay with the guy you're going on a first date with, and he uses, well, you said we can go on a date, so that's my permission to give your personal information to my friends and family, my male friends, my male family. I just gave your information to them because it makes me feel safe. Giving your information to them makes me feel safer. How many of the women listening to me right now, you would sit up here and say, you know what, that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. Give my information to your family and your friends. Now, I don't know any of these people, but you say they're okay, so give my personal contact information to your random family and friends. For any females wanting to tell themselves that this is okay behavior and you're all right with it. This is how crazy it is out here right now. And understand something here. For them to be talking like this, like that's all right, like that's normal. I'm going to go back to this Rachel chick in just a few minutes here. But that was Ope. Last but not least here is this chick. Her name is Lily. And she's just the most rabid little feminist you ever met in your life. A date for her is a social struggle.
And where we're going.
So I just got back from a date. It didn't really go great. I know exactly what I don't want. Drinks do not equal like a sexual interaction. Like, I'm not down for that. I really just should not have to settle.
I'm actually still on the date, but they are going to pay right now, which I did offer to pay.
Okay, so that's what Lily said. Just because I'm on a date doesn't mean that it's an open invitation for sex. Just because I'm on a date. So to the fellas, free meal now. the audio you just heard cut back to Rachel again. So I don't know if she had the time to clean up her room, but the audio was cut back to Rachel. She says they just left to go pay. And listen to what she says.
I really just should not have to settle.
I'm actually still on the date, but they are going to pay right now, which I did offer to pay half, but they said I could on the next one. So I'm very excited.
So listen, 2020 is weird enough, and I'm going to take the precautions that make me feel safe. So he thinks he's going out with me, but he doesn't know that about 15 other people also have his information. That is okay.
Now, if you head out with this psycho, just understand you are asking for trouble. Do you understand how crazy these chicks are? Well, it would be difficult for them to figure it out because Tamron Hall was sitting there co-signing them. And listen to what Tamron has to say. If you thought there might have been a voice of reason or sanity in there somewhere, no, because Tamron was sitting right there egging them on. And wait till you hear some of the stuff that Tamron had to say.
That is okay. Okay, Rachel and Lily
Also have his information. That is okay.
That is okay. Okay, Rachel and Lily join us. Ladies, thank you so much for taking us so intimately into your dating lives. Lily, I got to start off with you because we went to commercial break. We had Matt on who shared his story of a date and misreading or miscommunicating. I just want to be clear. Matt did nothing wrong. His date is accusing him of doing nothing wrong. But they had that moment of blurred lines when it comes to conversation and consent. Are you less afraid to go out now? How do you define dating today for you?
I'm definitely not less afraid to go out. I think I still do all the precautions. I still have my keys, my pepper spray, and my best girlfriends like on speed dial. The conversation has definitely changed. I'm more verbal when I want something or not want something, and I'm more comfortable saying it. And I think that's what like this Me Too movement has allowed me to do. And it also makes me aware that even though at its normalized behavior, that it's still not okay. And just because it's normalized doesn't make it normal.
Right.
All right, so this little chick right here is telling you that with her nose ring, by the way. So I wonder how many tattoos she has. She's got the nose ring. So now you got to wonder, okay, she got the nose ring. What about the tats? What does her Instagram look like? So she got the nose rings, probably, which means she probably got the tats. But she's telling men, oh, these aren't signals for sex. Well, you took me on a date, but that's not a signal for sex. Okay. Tamron didn't call on any of that, but all right. To the fellas out there, you know the signs. Big ass nose ring like that. Yeah, she's signaling. She's signaling what time it is.
I'm definitely, again, like I feel comfortable knowing that there's a community of women who feel and think the way that I do, and I feel emboldened and
a community of women. What kind of women? Like Tarana Burke?
Empowered. You feel empowered, which is what the whole movement was about, empowering you.
Oh, there's Tamron sitting there cheerleading it on and egging it on. Yeah, Tamron said, well, I got me something resembling a man. Oh, look at Tamron now. Tamron can't be too damn happy talking like this. You all thought that she found her interracial connection and everything was going to be great. And very clearly the slave play stuff is wearing on her thin.
The way that I do, and I feel emboldened and
empowered. You feel empowered, which is what the whole movement was about, empowering you. Rachel, you reminded me a little bit of my younger self when you said the room was a mess, so that was a form of birth control. I was like, look, I've been there. I'm like, this house is a mess. Nobody is coming back to this joint.
Oh, Tamron. That might have been TMI, sister girl. That might have been TMI. Did Tamron just tell us? Yeah, that sounds to me like Tamron just sat there and said, oh, by the way, yeah, I know what it means because I've been there too. Don't bring nobody to my place here. Oh, really, Tamron? Oh, tell us more. Because that's going to tell me about the dude you with, so tell me more. Go ahead, now that you've gotten comfortable. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. Did you notice who she said it to? She said it to the white girl. No, I'm going to go there. Tamron said it to the white girl. What have I always taught you all? That if you want to know what a black person really believes, sit them down in front of a white person. A white person is like truth serum to black people. We're not going to lie in front of a white person, so Tamron didn't lie in front of her. Tamron wanted to let the little white girl know, oh, baby girl, I'm just like you. She didn't find the classiest white woman she could to say, hey, I'm just like you. She went and found the dirtiest, nastiest one to say, hey, I'm just like you. Truth serum, maybe this is the reason that brothers ain't really checked for Tamron like that. Oh, Tamron, have you finally let the truth out and exposed it? Maybe this is the reason that brothers ain't really checked for you like that before? The only black male you really got around with was Al Roker? Maybe that explains a whole lot, Tamron. I don't know. But I do feel like that explains a few things.
But we've been talking about these consent apps earlier. Do you feel like these are necessary now, these consent contracts where you both sit down and it is vocalized in the same language so that there's no gray area?
Okay, before we start, I just want to say congrats on your new season, by the way.
Oh.
And I cleaned up my room for you. A written contract, I mean, that's a lot. An actual written contract. For me, I'm always sharing my location with my best friend and my roommate and my mom. I'm always telling where I go. So when I go on a date, I always tell everybody. And so I'm sharing my location with several people at all times, including right now.
Well,
now, what type of psycho do you have to be? She's sitting in her own dingy little apartment. And, oh, I'm sharing my location right now. Fellas, stop overlooking these crazy signs because you're so damn desperate to get some sex. This is degrading and demeaning. But of course, once again, you know the little black immigrant chick is going to try to outdo everybody. She heard these other women. She's heard the white woman. So, you know, it's about to all get crazy extra.
You're safe with me. But, Ope, you said the same thing, and I saw Lily nodding as well. You said you keep an entire file. I mean, same thing when I was out dating my girlfriend. I was like, listen, I'm going to sneak a picture of him in case this goes wrong. But you've taken it a step further. I mean, you send out everything on that person.
Well, there goes Tamron Hall again. Just in case you all thought you had seen the worst, there goes Tamron again talking about, oh, by the way, when I go out with a fella, I send his name and his information. I do the same things too. No wonder nobody's been hurting themselves to go out with Tamron Hall. Now it makes a hell of a whole lot more sense now, doesn't it? It kind of makes more sense now why nobody is hurting themselves to go anywhere with Tamron. Ain't no brothers telling you their stories about taking Tamron out. Yeah, does it make more sense to you all now? She's taking the most extreme parts of these crazy people. She's taking the most extreme parts of these crazy people and then telling you, oh, that's me. That's me. So you hear Tamron Hall letting you know, oh, room dingy, psycho chick. Yeah, okay. When you're wondering what took her so long to get with a man, it's all coming out now at this point when she ain't got nothing to lose.
Thing when I was out dating my girlfriend, I was like, listen, I'm going to sneak a picture of him in case this goes wrong. But you've taken it a step further. I mean, you send out everything on that person? Do you tell him that you are sending a file to everyone on him?
I do not tell him. I just send it to my friends, my sisters, his name, his number, where we're going. So many other things. I have to feel safe. And if that makes me feel safe, that's all that matters to me.
I love.
Now, did you hear that? I mean, first of all, this is possibly illegal. But second of all, do you hear the way she's talking? So in other words, you would be perfectly okay with the guy you're dating taking a picture of you, sending your name, your address, your phone number to 15 of his friends. You see, we've entered an era where crazy chicks get employed. Then they get to sit around and talk even crazier. So any of you who think that's okay to do, by the way, for any females thinking, oh, that's all right, well, then you shouldn't have a problem with the guy you're dating doing that. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. Because women are more likely to attack men with something in their purse, women are more likely to be able to conceal a gun, a firearm, a stun gun, or something else. You might try to slip pills into his drink. So because of that threat, when you go to the bathroom or something, for our safety, a man should rifle through your purse to check to see if you have any type of prescription drugs that may indicate that you are mentally and emotionally unstable. I mean, if we're doing this game of doing things that behind people's backs and sneaking information out of them and disseminating it, well, if that's okay to send out his personal information because you need to feel safe, then if a man doesn't feel safe unless he's looked through your purse to see your medications and, oh, just in case we find a prescription for tetracycline, just in case we find a prescription for Valtrex, just in case we find your HIV prescription, just in case we find a prescription for lithium, because all three of these heifers seem bipolar to me. So just in case we find a prescription for Zoloft or Ritalin or lithium or Lexapro, we should look through your purse just to make sure, because you might be lying, so we need to check through your purse just to make sure, right? Right? Because don't all of us need to feel safe, right? Just understand, we all need to feel safe. So if Tamron is endorsing sneaking men's personal information to all your friends, rifling through his personal information and disseminating it, then she should also be okay. Remember, it's not illegal. Looking through her purse is not illegal. There's no law about that. It's not illegal. It's not illegal. I'm just getting the information that I need to feel safe. Now, here's the problem. Folks, this is not about feeling safe. That's the point I want to make to you. This isn't about feeling safe. What we're going to get into this is when you have average chicks. The more average a chick is today, the more likely she is to be crazy, controlling, and ultimately alone. We're going to get into that here in just a few moments. What I want to do here right now is I want to thank everybody who's come to tonight's program. You've attended here. We're going to have a couple of thousand folks showing up here tonight. You know me, I just broadcast when the spirit hits me. I want to thank everybody, however, who has contributed to support tonight's program. Thank you very much for that. Black Voltron, D.D. Heyman, Anwar Williams, Sherrod Martin, thank you very much, of course. M. Black, thank you very much for that as well here. So everyone who has contributed to tonight's program helps make this possible. Thank you very much for doing that. We definitely appreciate that, Desmond and everybody else. Go ahead and show some love about this right now, because you're not getting game, you're getting the business. From the source that all of your MGTOW, red pill, and high-value posers come to and steal all of their talking points from, you're getting it directly from the source. Now, let's first talk about whether or not it is correct or acceptable for somebody to be taking your personal information and I gave it to a bunch of my friends and let folks see that. First of all, let's be clear about something. If you want your family to know your whereabouts, why is it that you don't put a tracker on your cell phone and then give your family the ability to track your cell phone movements? Can I just ask the three thought amigos, if you really are concerned about your safety, telling them where you went on a date, that's not up-to-date information. If you want people to have the most up-to-date information, why wouldn't you put a tracker on your cell phone so that your mom and your dad and your family and your friends can track your movements in real time? Why are you not putting the tracker on your device? Why are you giving them information about him? Because you hate men. You have unresolved daddy issues. You are dangerous. You hate men. So this is about attacking men. This is why these females will never have anything resembling an intact, logical relationship. They won't have an organized, peaceful relationship because they hate men. They hate men. And they're expressing it through this. I mean, by the way, this isn't even passive-aggressive behavior. Usually we talk about passive-aggressive behavior. This isn't even passive-aggressive. This is just, I hate people. I hate people. Just understand that. This is I hate people. I hate men. Because if they really wanted their family to know their exact whereabouts, you would have a tracker active on the phone. That's what you would do. You'd have a tracker on the phone. If that were the case. You'd be doing that. But you're not. Because this is about hating men. Now, I want to back up here to this Rachel chick. I thought hers was very interesting, what she said at the beginning. I want to back it up to the beginning, back to what she said about the date she was going on.
Looks like in their lives.
I'm getting ready for my date. I am very, very late. My room is also a disaster, so I can't even bring them back here, which is good. This is like a form of birth control. I'm going to be going out with a mutual friend. We've known each other for about the last 4 or 5 years.
All right, did you hear that part? All right, now this right here, you can't have some high school folks saying this. Did you hear what she just said? I'm going out on a date with a mutual friend. She didn't say who the friend is mutual with. There needs to be a third party for there to be a mutual friend. Are you friends with Tamron Hall? Is it one of Tamron Hall's friends? We can't say that it's not. But she says she's going on a date with a mutual friend. All right. She's going on a date with a mutual friend. But did you all catch that? A mutual friend that I've known for 4 or 5 years. She's going out with somebody who's been friend zoned for 4 or 5 years. Yes, in the chat room, you're right. He's known her long enough to know she's a nasty broad. But you got to understand, when you got some suck-butt dude who's been kissing her ass for all these years, he's been waiting and waiting and waiting for his opportunity. If I suck up enough, if I play the backfield enough, if I let her walk on me enough, if I help her move her nasty-ass furniture, if I loan her $20, if I do this beta male white knight ass kissing simp behavior, eventually she's gonna see the value in me and she's finally gonna migrate me out of this damn friend zone. Cause understand, if this guy has been her quote friend for 4 or 5 years, and you know she hasn't been celibate for 4 or 5 years. Do you know what that really means? That means that this little old clown dude has been watching her lay up with other fellas, giving these other men the benefit. He has been helping to facilitate these other dudes laying up with her. He's been getting friend zoned while all these other guys have been coming to her nasty ass apartment and laying up or whatever. But he's been sitting on the sideline for 5 years. And now that she's gotten older, she's 27, which means she's starting to come off of her sexual peak. Nobody wants to come to her struggle apartment, and they damn sure don't want to bring her to theirs because they know she's off. So now she's exhausted her better possibilities, and now she has resorted to begging her little beta sexual friend, well, hey fella, I'll let you take me out for a date. I'll let you take me out. Now, I gotta say here, I do not believe that she's wearing 2 different outfits. At the beginning, when she says she's going on the date, and then when she says that she's actually at the restaurant, she's wearing 2 different outfits. She's wearing 2 totally different outfits. So it seems to me that maybe she wasn't going with the same guy. I'm not sure. You can say she changed outfits, but at the beginning she said, I'm going on a date tonight, so I'm getting ready to go out for a date. I mean, that's literally what she said.
What consent looks like in their lives.
I'm getting ready for my date. I am very, very late. My room is also...
Yeah, she said, I'm getting ready for my date. I'm very, very late. Now, what you see on your screen, that's not the outfit she was wearing. But for those of you who have seen the video, I'll go ahead and post the link to the video in the chat room. But for those of you who, she's wearing a different outfit. So she's wearing, at the beginning when she says, I'm very late for my date, she's wearing one thing. But when they're at the restaurant, she's wearing something totally different. Totally different. So what this says to me is, dude was like, hey, I'll take you out. Now, she claims after she got to the restaurant that she was going to pay for half the meal herself. Does that even sound right to you all? I'm going to pay for half the meal myself. Does that even sound right? I don't even think that sounds right. I don't even think that sounds correct. What the hell?
Actually still on the date, but they are going to pay right now, which I did offer to pay half, but they said I could on the next one, so.
Oh boy. To all you beta males who are out there getting friend zoned and every damn thing else, if you're telling yourselves all I gotta do is kiss this woman's ass, so she has had him friend zoned for half a damn decade. So now you heard what she says. She's had him friend zoned for half a decade. He ain't got to first base. After all this time, he pays to take her out. And he pays for the dinner. Oh, I offered to pay for half, but he said I can do it next time. Do you all think there's gonna be a next date? I want to ask the fellas right now, how many of you are gullible enough to believe that there's going to be a second date? Now, how many of you believe that she's going to go to Tinder, Facebook, or whatever else, go and find some Brad, Chad, or whichever one you want to name? That's the one she's going to go with. Fella, you're just here to make her feel special. Until she can get the attention of a dude she really wants to lay up with. You're just here to feed her ego and her stomach. So she gets to go out on this dude's dime use him as her emotional floor mat. He's been waiting half a decade to take her out on a friend zone date. So basically, this is a brother-sister play date. This is a brother-sister play date. To the fellas out there who, you know, you're on this queen mother stuff and women are sacred stuff, you guys, it's so obvious that you are weak. You don't have any principles. You have zero masculinity. Your dating strategy is kissing women's asses. You don't tell her no to anything. This guy's been watching her lay up with a bunch of other dudes now for half a decade. Half a decade. And has he said, you know what? I'm cool on that. You know, if you weren't interested in going out with me before now, I'm cool on going anywhere with you. I'm cool on that. But he didn't do that. He did not do that. He's still employing the same failed strategy that he always has. It didn't work then. It's not working now. But he doesn't know any. As a matter of fact, the reason why it's not working is because he thinks that kissing her ass got him on this date. That's the real reason that you couldn't tell him anything else. He really does believe that kissing her butt cheeks all this time and letting her walk all over him, he really does believe that this was the super secret formula that got him on this date. He doesn't understand that this is a desperation date. Next week, she's going to be laying up with somebody else who ain't him. He sat up here and did all this ass kissing, and she's going to be laying up with someone else next week who, by the way, is not him. So fellas, understand when you get, and a lot of you are really unassuming. That's the real issue. A lot of you are really unassuming. Guys, you gotta watch out for these chicks with the crazy ass wild eyes. You gotta watch out for these wide-eyed chicks. Y'all keep trying to give them a pass because you're so damn desperate to get some damn struggle sex that you ignore these things. And you tell yourself, well, if she's wild-eyed and throw it off, she's not calculating. So I'm in control. You see, she's wild-eyed and thrown off and awkward, so I'm in charge. I got this. A bunch of dudes like to tell themselves if a chick is average looking and she's not really that hot, that your kiss ass strategy is actually being smart because, I got her right where I want her. So you tell yourselves that the little 5 on the scale of 1 to 10 wild-eyed chick, well, she'll be easy to lay up with, so that means I'm running it. And that's where these broads' sense of entitlement originates from, man. They've got this grossly overinflated and bloated sense of entitlement. And let me explain to you where it comes from. Understand that the real reason that these dollar store dimes, because that's what they are, it's not a scale of 1 to 10. In a place where you need to be a whole dollar, these are dimes. But they think that they have this kind of leverage because there are so many average dudes. These average, mediocre chicks have this bloated sense of value because there are so many mediocre dudes who've emotionally empowered them. You gotta understand, see, before the internet, the mediocre guy was pretty much left with 0 female prospects until he accomplished some things and upgraded his life. And by the way, that's the way it should be. Mediocre guys don't need to be having sex. because mediocre males lay up with mediocre females and produce sub-mediocre children and drag the whole damn species down. No, mediocre dudes don't need to have sexual access, because the first thing a mediocre dude is going to do is look for any port in the storm. He's going to grab some Sida Bay or some Lizzo. And that's why you have the bastard baby epidemic you do today. The bastard baby epidemic is not fueled by doctors and lawyers laying up with supermodels and college professors. It's fueled by mediocre bottom of the barrel dudes chasing after mediocre bottom of the barrel females. That's what's fueling it. Let's just be totally honest. That's what's doing it. That's what's doing it. It's not the best of the best out here making all these STDs and bastard kids. It's the bottom of the damn barrel. It's the chick who couldn't get called off the wall for prom night. That's what it is. Just understand that. And before the internet, those guys had to deal with life alone. Because you see, back then, he only had the women in his city to choose from. See, that was what it used to be. Before the internet, you could only date the people in your city, and those people, they knew the city, they knew the employers, they knew what parts of town were the good parts, they knew what parts of town were the bad parts. You couldn't pull one over on a chick unless she was just really dumb. And you've always had dumb females too for the mediocre dudes, but you couldn't just pull one over on them like that. So back then, a chick could check you out. If you didn't say you came from the right part of town, and even if you did, she could check to make sure you lived there. Remember back in the day, the telephone book used to tell your name and address. The public phone book used to say your name and address. You had to pay an extra fee to not have it listed to get a private number. But back then, they used to print your name and your address in the phone books. Anybody old enough to remember that? Today, not like that. Back then, if you didn't live in a good part of town, if you told her where you worked and it wasn't a good employer, everybody knew the good parts of town. They knew the good employers. They knew the good neighborhoods. They knew the good families. They knew the ones that weren't. So a chick would immediately know, oh, you don't qualify. You don't qualify. But today, oh no, today, mediocre guys have global access to mediocre women. And now the mediocre women, because of them and social media, have an overinflated sense of self-worth because they're getting all of this unearned, undeserved attention. And I've told you all for years, you all know that I've always had the saying, you got to watch out for the little cute crazy chick. None of these women are beautiful. They're not beautiful, but at best they would be maybe cute. When you clean up their damn lives and their houses, certainly. And I've told you fellas, y'all gotta watch out for stop laying up with the little crazy cute chick, the little throwed off chick, the little bug-eyed chick, because they're easy to get into bed. But men need to stop sleeping with the cute little crazy chick simply because you're deficient and desperate. Leave them broads alone. Because at the end of the day, you're not leading her, she's leading you, and she knows it. The child support courts are not filled with producers and peak value men. They're filled with you mediocre dudes who are desperate for sex, and you submitted to whatever demands the mediocre mental case chicks demanded, including giving her a baby. You got to understand, you see, when you're dealing with a chick like Lily here, sitting up here hitting you with the straight Tarana Burke, me too, I hate men talk, understand something, a producer ain't gonna have a damn baby with her. He's damn sure not gonna marry her and link her physically and legally to his assets. A producer's not gonna do that. a producer is going to make her his side chick and keep it moving. And the longer that producers do that, because those are the men that these kind of women really want, as long as the producers do that, they're going to get angry. So they're going to go off and go find some mediocre Marvin. And she's going to tell you that she's allergic to latex condoms. How many fellas out there have heard that from a female? I'm allergic to latex condoms. I can't get pregnant. How many of you fellas have heard that? And doesn't this Lily chick look like one of these little college students who gets passed around? Yeah, she looks like one of those. I can't get pregnant. I'm allergic to latex. Don't worry, I'm taking the pill. How many of you have heard one of these glasses wearing, calculating, little cute, crazy broads? She's not beautiful, but she kind of chipmunk cute. And she's sitting up here telling you, oh, you don't have to worry about getting me pregnant. And then this dumb bozo, the clown Negro, jumps out there and boom, very first time. Man, I didn't know she could get pregnant. Well, they call me up. Well, TBA, she told me she couldn't get pregnant at the time. Why would you believe that? Well, I mean, she said, the doctor said, did you go with her to the doctor to confirm that? No. Oh, in other words, you let a little throwed off crazy chick fool your dumb ass into getting her pregnant. Now she's got a baby, and now because she is a sadist, she is a man-hating sadist. Now she's got what she's always wanted. She has a man that she can punish. She hates men. Now she's got a child that she doesn't deserve because no producer would ever give her one, so she would have been left barren. But she grabs one of you mediocre morons. You go off and get her pregnant. I know I'm hurting some feelings. Some of the guys who you know, that's you, and you've been in child support court, you're getting real offended at what I'm saying right now because you know that's you. So my numbers took a little dip there because some of the guys who know that's them, they're in their feelings right now listening. They're in their feelings. Man, you making me feel bad. Why come you can't talk about how bad these females are? Because you're a dumbass. And I just wanted you to know that on the evolutionary tree, the rest of us see you're an idiot. So we just wanted to let you know, yeah, you got caught, stupid. And we feel no sympathy for you. But now you've gone off and given her a child, so she's been able to reproduce when she should have been left barren and her genes should have been allowed to expire. Now you've given her a child that she can, or 2 or 3 kids that she can sit here and poison. And you have given her a male that because of the legal system, and now that you put yourself behind the 8 ball, now you have become her personal pet torment. You've become her personal voodoo doll. Now she gets to sit here and penalize you. When she gets up every day, she gets to get up and think of all sorts of evil things to do to you. So you can't see your kid. She's always going back to child support court. She's garnishing your wages. Some of you dudes that y'all are still laying up with the chick. She is set up here. Understand something, fellas. There's a bunch of you dudes, you're on child support. And when she can't get nobody else, you're still allowing her to come over to your place and lay up. So she's got you on child support. She's got you behind the damn legal 8 ball. She's been working your ass over this kid. And when she, every once in a blue moon, when she doesn't have another man to sleep up with, she calls you. And because your life is so dusty and degenerate and you are so devoid of options, you answer the damn phone, and the chick who is working you, garnishing your wages, I guess you're telling yourself, well, she's paying me back with sex. For real, you dumbass, dumb Donald? So she been taking thousands from your ass a year, and if she lays up with you once every couple of years, that's paying it back. She's working off what she's taken from you. Yeah, I'm yelling it because nobody else is telling it. Shout out to the DOC. There's a bunch of you dudes, this is your life. Can we just be clear? There's a bunch of women in the chat room right now. The women are laughing, especially you single moms. Shout out. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and call it. To the single moms in the chat room who have slept with their baby daddy in the last 2 years, that you put him on child support, but you slept with him in the last 2 years. I want you to type 1 in the chat room. Just type the number 1. Can we just put it all on the line and be honest right quick? Are you going to be shy? You can say it just this one time. Let's just keep it real. To the single moms who got a baby daddy, you put his ass on child support. Lil Ray Ray is 10 years old, but you've slept with your baby daddy in the last 2 years, even though you've put him on child support. Can I get some of my single moms to type 1 in the chat room? Just type the letter 1 right now. Can I get you to do that one? Because we know you're doing it. Oh, we ain't got none who do that now. Is that it? So ain't no single moms doing that right now. Nobody's doing it? Nobody? Now all of a sudden ain't no single moms who still sleep with their baby daddies now. Okay. No single moms. We got 1. We got just 1. So ain't no single moms sleeping with their baby daddies in the year 2020. You ain't slept with your baby daddy since 2018. You haven't put him on child support and then slept with him. So nobody's doing that. So me and all the fellas out here who are seeing this and witnessing this on a daily basis, but now ain't nobody there. Okay. All right. All of a sudden y'all are good Christian girls now, huh? Now all of a sudden all the single moms are good Christian girls now. Ain't none of y'all laid up with your baby daddy in the last 2 years. Ain't nobody doing it. Okay. All right. All right. I'm just here. You know what? I need to go back to selling real estate. That's what I need to go do. Because clearly I'm not in touch with the environment anymore. So I just need to go back to doing that. Okay, I'm totally out of touch with the environment. I've lost my touch. I've lost a step. All right. All the single moms, they done stopped doing that. I'm kicking dirt on y'all's names. Okay, to my imaginary single moms, because the real ones don't do it, but to all my imaginary single moms out there still doing that, y'all know full damn well. To the brothers, I gotta talk to the fellas right now, because y'all see the females are just gonna sit here and lie. They're okay doing their dirt, they just don't want to stand by it. To the fellas in the chat room, if there's some fellas in my chat room right now, and you know not 1 but 2 guys, you know 2 fellas who they are on child support and they still sleeping with the broad who put them on child support. Type 1 in the chat room for my fellas, since the females claim this doesn't exist. Since they gonna say, let me go here. Do I need to type number 1? To my fellas who know them dudes. I'm talking, hell, to my fellas, if you one of them dudes, or if you know 2 of them, not just 1. If you are one, or if you know 2 of them, type 1 in my chat room right now. To the fellas, you know a dude personally, he is getting run through the courts on child support, and he is still laying up with us. Man, my chat room just blew the hell up. So the females don't know nothing, but the fellas do. Okay, my chat room just blew up. A bunch of y'all, so many of you flooded it at once, it stopped it from showing your messages. So my mods, hurry up and just click show, because I want to be able to get a tally of all these ones. My mods, go back and click show on all those comments. Only do it one time. Don't do it a bunch of times, folks. Don't do it a bunch of times. My mods are going to go back, and for the ones that are hidden by YouTube, because so many fellas pressed one at the same time that YouTube hid a bunch of them, so my mods are going to go back and unhide them. But yeah, ain't that something? So all these females claim ain't nobody sleeping with their baby daddies anymore in the last 2-3 years. But the fellas are like, well, damn, I know a bunch of dudes own child support, and she still come tiptoe through every once in a while. And he thinks she's working off that child support. Yeah, I know she hit me up for $8,000 this year, but she slept with me 2 times, so that makes the $8,000 worth it. All right. Y'all some new niggas today. I say niggas. Y'all some new people today. This ain't what I'm used to. This ain't what I'm cut from. I'm not cut from this cloth where a chick can run your damn pockets for that, and you talking about if she slept with you 2 times, she's got your ass on a leash for the next 18 years. Your life is not your own, but if she comes sleep with you a couple of times, well, that's worth it. Man, I'd have changed the damn locks on that broad. I would tell her, if you got anything to tell me, you send it by Western Union or FedEx in an envelope. Got dudes out here, just understand something. Scandalous broads don't change, and dumb Donalds don't change neither. They don't change neither. Mediocre cunning chicks don't change, and mediocre dudes don't change either. He was dumb enough to let her run him then, she gonna let him run him now. She gonna let him run him now. Oh, I'm upsetting people. My Cash App, I haven't heard nothing. Folks nobody, the likes, no contributions, no nothing. So folks are letting me know they don't like what I'm talking about right now. They don't like it. All right, I want to thank the few people who do like what they're hearing here, but yeah, all right. Okay. Everybody else is offended right now. Let me go ahead and just continue to offend your ass, because I can do that, but I just want to say I'm offending people tonight. Let me go ahead and let y'all know something right here. To the females listening saying, Jason, you're harsh. Jason, you're cold. Jason, you're wrong. I just want to let you in on something. There's a reason why these broads are going to be crazy, controlling, and alone. There's a reason for that. The reason for that is because y'all ain't worth the trouble. You ain't bad enough. Baby, you don't look good enough. To this one chick here, Rachel, baby, you ain't clean enough. Even if you were cute enough and young enough, baby, you're too nasty. You're too average, you're too plain, you're too nasty. You're too whacked out. You're too bummy, you're too slutty. You can't call no shots like that. You can't call any shots. You don't have the ability to call no shots. You ain't fine enough. You ain't cute enough, baby. You ain't pulling enough. You can't do none of this. You see, certified dimes can talk like this. I'm educating a lot of women right now. You can't be average and then be crazy and controlling. You can be fine and be crazy. Matter of fact, some folks would say the prettier a woman is, the crazier she is, although these three are proof that not necessarily. But let's just keep it real. Y'all ain't fine enough to do that. You're not cute enough to do that. You're not able to make them kind of moves. See, they watch certified dimes act like this and then told themselves, well, hell, Ain't I as a woman? Can't I do the same thing? No, you can't do the same thing. No, you can't. You're looking at certified dimes and trying to put yourself in their category. No. No. They watch the real fine chicks get away with this kind of stuff and then figure they can do that. I need some folks to share this program. YouTube is burying my program. They hate this. They're going to boost Rolo Clueless Tomasi, Richard Cornball Cooper, high value hijinks. They're going to bury mine. So the guys who keep stealing from me, it looks like their numbers are bigger than mine. In reality, they keep stealing from me. I need some of y'all to share this. It's a whole bunch of dudes who need this. They need this. Like Kanye West said, listen to my single dog radio needs this. I need y'all to share this. Let's get our numbers of viewers up. Let's let everybody know, hey, you haven't heard it from the source before now. Let's get it up. Ladies, if you're fine, you can be crazy. You can't be average and then be crazy and controlling. You can't do that. And Tamron Hall, you got to understand, Tamron Hall is long in the damn tooth. Talking to a bunch of certified crazy chicks like that, Tamron Hall is long in the damn tooth. Tamron Hall is 50. In case you didn't know, her and Vivica Fox. All these female, her, Vivica Fox, who is that, Lisa Ray, all these chicks over 50 trying to cash in on a pedigree that they had back in the 90s. They're trying to cash in chips that they had back in the 90s. Hell yeah, you can't do that. And then you see why Tamron is talking all crazy like this. You see who empowers them to talk that way? Not a bunch of bad chicks. See, when you sit back and let somebody who's been over the damn hill talk, this is what occurs. This is what happens. They don't let it go. They don't stop it. They don't fall back. I want you to be very, very clear on this. They don't fall back on that. And you mediocre dudes have been helping fill that. This hoarder chick ain't worth any level of discontent. Baby, you don't have the ability to displease a producer. She's going out on dates with these dudes who are desperate, and them guys got her thinking she's got leverage. And she doesn't have it. They got her thinking that she has leverage that she doesn't really possess. And that ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. You don't have that kind of leverage. This chick cannot afford to upset nobody, baby. If a man was looking at you, he's thinking how you gonna keep his house. Why would a man who can afford to buy a $400,000, $500,000 house make you his woman? Why? Taking a look at her place, why the hell would a dude who's stacking his paper the right way, why would he make you the beneficiary? Why would a dude who his money is straight because he don't let everybody in his business, why would he take some whacked out looking weave wearing, fake eyelash wearing chick like this? So this chick wants she wants authentic information. She doesn't even have her authentic eyelashes. But she wants men to give her their authentic information so that she can give it away without your consent to her family. She's giving out people's names, addresses, phone numbers without telling the men, talking about she's done giving it to 15 people so they know where she is because she needs to feel safe. And she doesn't feel like she needs to tell you that she has given your information to a bunch of other people and hasn't told you. She wants you to be authentic, but she doesn't even have her own authentic hair. Doesn't have her own authentic eyebrows. Doesn't have her own authentic eyelashes. But she wants you to be real. No, there's plenty of broke dudes who will sit there and take that. But for a man who's built his paper up the right way, for a man who's done it the right way, for a man who values discretion, could you, this broad here wouldn't even make a good side chick. Do you understand that? And that's all she's ever going to be able to qualify for. But she doesn't even qualify to be a good side chick. Because if a man values discretion, and if a man values privacy, why in the world would he sit up here and make you his side chick so you can sit up here and give out all his damn information? Why would he do that? Why? There's no point and no reason to doing that. If a man understand, if she's doing this when you met them, remember people, how you meet somebody is how you lose them. If she is rifling through and distributing your personal information before you ever went on the date, what the hell do you think is gonna happen in 3 months or 6 months when she's back at your house? She's rummaging through your drawers. She's rummaging through your closet. She's rummaging through your private papers. She's rummaging through your phone. She's rummaging through your computer, through your email. She's rummaging through your bank statements. Do you think she's not gonna do that? Yeah, she's gonna do that. But you have to understand, average chicks are paranoid, especially in this day and age. The average female, if she's an average female who's not really above average and doesn't really have any leverage, yeah, she's got to be crazy. She's got to be scared. She's got to be paranoid, because producers are only the top 20%, are the real producers that everybody is struggling to get with and everybody is trying to acquire. So you got 80% of the females trying to get with 20% of the guys, and the females who know they don't qualify for that top 20%, it breaks their psyche. So yeah, they're going to go crazy. They're going to get controlling. If they can get a guy, they're going to want to dominate him. They're going to want to hold him down. They're going to want to trap him. There's a danger in dating a mediocre mama. She is gonna try to control you because she knows she doesn't have a lot of leverage with which to hold you. So she's gonna have to try to control you. Which is why they went straight for controlling. They haven't even gone out on a date with you yet and already want to control you. The other thing you have to be concerned about is that average chicks, mediocre broads, you gotta understand they scandalous. In their minds, deceit is fair play for them. Deceit is fair play in their minds. It's okay to do. Now, it's not okay for you. You don't get to do it, but they do. And understand, they walk in the door being deceitful. They walk in the door doing that. They walk in the door scheming and plotting. And just earlier today, I posted one of them that I've been telling you all about for the longest damn time. I've been telling you about it. Folks ain't been listening. Okay, folks haven't been listening, but I've been telling them. We're going to get to that there in just a moment here, but thank you to everybody who has actually contributed to tonight's program. Miss B Life, God Amongst Mortals, thank you very much for your generous contribution. Courtney, I see you with the hyphen, and everybody else here, thank you very much for that, because I want to remind you all of who I was telling you all about years ago. I've been saying it now for years. I've been letting you know. That even back in the day here, understand something. You gotta watch the little polite, quiet ones. They seem polite, they seem quiet, but watch a female that a guy was pursuing back before he got on. Now, for those of you who are unaware, just today or either today or yesterday or whatever, Aisha Curry just posted this picture of herself. Now, over on the left side of the screen, that's Aisha Curry in 2016. That's the way she looked up until a little bit ago. The picture on the right, that's Aisha Curry now. She just did this to herself. If you want to know what she thinks of her husband, if you want to know what she thinks of herself, this is what Aisha Curry just did. Now, I want to let you all know something in case you think I'm being hyperbolic, in case you think that I am just exaggerating, unless you think that I'm embellishing. I want to remind you about something here. Fellas, when your woman is getting ready to re-enter the marketplace, if your woman is if you got an average chick and she's put on some pounds and she's a little bit older, but she's not happy being with you, what does she do when she's ready to re-enter the sexual marketplace? What does she do, fellas? I'm asking the fellas, but even the ladies know the procedure. The ladies know the procedure. When your woman is unhappy and she's getting ready to re-enter the sexual marketplace, but she knows she has deficiencies, what does she start doing? She starts going to the gym. She starts working out. She gets a makeover. She starts wearing some makeup that makes her look younger. Take a look at those two pictures. She starts wearing makeup that makes her look younger. Because she knows men want thin, they want youthful, they want vibrant. She gets her nails done. Take a look at those nails. Take a look at those nails. Am I exaggerating? Take a look at that clump she got over there on the right. Look at that bear claw she got over there on the right. And then on the left. Take a look at that bear claw over there on the left. She's hiding them fingers. I'm not clowning her. I'm just telling the truth. Aisha is hiding that little bear claw in the picture over there on the left-hand side of the screen. Take a look at the picture on the right. She put them nails up front and center. She's lost the weight. She's got the hair done. She's got the makeup done. She's got the lipstick, the nude color lipstick. Oh, she didn't just go out. She got the nude color lipstick. So on the left, she's got regular lipstick that you can tell is lipstick. But on the right, oh yeah, is she wearing contacts? I could be wrong. But I'm not really a person who studies her like that, but on the right, is she wearing contacts now to make her eyes look lighter? You all tell me, is she wearing contacts to make her eyes look lighter? I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny. But take a look at that. And yes, the fact that she's trying to look more Caucasian. So, what does that tell you? Doesn't this sound strange? So she had a light-skinned dude. Is Steph biracial or does he just look biracial? But she got a biracial light-skinned looking cat. And she's letting you know, oh, I want to see if I can just I'm through with the light skin. Let me go see if I can get me a white man. Let me just go see if I can do that. Fellas, this is the danger of getting average. You also got to watch out for former fatties. I know, sisters, you got to lose the weight, and I get it, but fellas, understand there were emotional problems that caused her to put on all that weight. Those problems don't disappear just because she lost the weight. She was entitled, which is why she felt she could be fat and still pull them in. If she loses the weight, the entitlement mentality is not going to evaporate along with the weight. not going to evaporate along with the weight. It's not going to evaporate. One more thing I want you to take a look at here. I want you to take a look at the body language. Now, you all remember this with, of course, our favorite whipping post. Ciara and Russell Wilson. Ciara and Russell Wilson. Remember the body language difference between how Ciara was with Future and how she is with Russell. And yes, Stephen Curry, okay, he's not biracial, he's just real bright. That's okay. No knock. But take a look at the difference in body language with Aisha Curry. You know how a woman acts when she feels like she's the one who is lucky to be in a relationship? Take a look at the picture over there on the left. That picture on the left, she feels privileged to be with him. Take a look at the expression on his face. His face screams on the left. His face says confident. His face says accomplished. Her face says, I'm privileged just to be here. I'm privileged just to be in his presence. Just being in his presence, I'm lucky. Take a look at the picture on the right now. Take a look at the picture of them on the right. Take a look at Stefan. Take a look at his face. Take a look at him in 2016 compared to her. And take a look at him today compared to her. Who looks like they feel lucky to be there, and who looks like the one who has more value? Who looks like the one who is just lucky to be next to the other person, and who looks like the one who's like, yeah, I'm the real value here. I'm the one who's stunting. You should be lucky to be with me. Who looks like it? Who looks like it? Just understand, it's not accidental. It's not accidental. This is what happens here. If average, y'all think average is the most safe. I'm telling you that the average chicks are the most cutthroat because they're so used to being on the outside looking in. That once they actually have an opportunity to be on the inside looking out, they're like, oh, I've been pretending to be okay with this subservient position all this time, but I just been waiting for my opportunity to show you what's really going on. So much for if you get an average chick, you're going to be safe. So much for that. You thought it was going to work. No, it's not going to work. I want to go ahead and open up the phone lines here now, but right now I want to check and see, do I have Joe on the line?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, I've got Joe on the line here. I want to welcome you to the business. You really just called just in time, to be totally honest here. Why don't you go ahead and explain exactly why you wanted to speak to me? Okay, your phone is breaking up here. I don't know if you're calling me from Barbados, but get near a window or something. I suppose your signal is breaking up on you.
Is it better now?
Yes, that's better now. Well, go ahead and explain why you called us.
So I stumbled upon your content on YouTube, and I really liked the advice that you were giving. I felt like it was very informative, and yeah, just wanted to speak to you.
All right, you're speaking to me.
Okay. Well, I live in Florida. I think for me, I just want to find like a balance, not like with a high, of course, like a high value man, but not like a guy that's like too. There's like a balanced high value man. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not know what you're saying. What to you would be a balanced high value man?
I was dating one for a little bit, and I felt like, I kind of saw it kind of like opened me up to see how like, invested they are in their work, the way they move with their money, and like, how like they, try to save everything to keep investing and stuff. And he was kind of like on the extreme side, I would say. Not really.
What do you do for a living?
He does like investment properties.
Okay. Let me find out here. Is he black?
Yes.
Okay, you say he did like investment properties. How long were you with him?
Not long.
I know.
Well, yeah.
We're gonna get into that in just a few moments. Also, let me find out here. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, you're 25 years old. Where are you originally from? Where are your people originally from?
Jamaica.
Okay, your people are originally from Jamaica. Specifically, where in Jamaica?
Kingston.
All right. Everybody who's been to Kingston, she's one of them chicks, so you know what comes with that.
I'm good.
Okay, and I just want to put out here and stuff so people understand. You live in Central Florida. I won't get more specific than that, but you live in Central Florida, so the folks up in the north in Jacksonville and all that, and Miami, need to understand. We all know there's a difference between those areas. I'll just say she lives in Central Florida, in that area. That's close enough. So, all right here. So, I mean, look. So you're not hard on the eyes. You got that brown skin, nice thick built thing for it here, with your little white dress on. So certainly that helps out a lot. You're 25 years old. How long you been in the States?
10 years.
Okay. If you've been here a decade now, you've been here since you were 15 years old. Do you have your mom and your dad here?
My mom is here. My dad is still in Jamaica.
Okay. Why is your dad still in Jamaica and your mom still here?
They divorced when I was
Is
like
he serving
7,
time?
and
Is he serving?
he chose to stay there.
Oh, he's not, is he serving time?
I'm sorry?
Is he doing time?
Oh, no.
All right, just checking. All right, so you've been here for the last 10 years, so this isn't really where you're native to. Definitely a situation here we want to make sure about. If you're 25 years old here, let me find out here because there's a couple of things I wanted to get into perspective. Has your mom helped you to get a proper stance on this? Because there's some things, I'm just going to be totally honest with you here. Physically, you got that together. I am going to ask one question here. Just between you and me, have you had any work done?
No.
Be honest.
No.
Those are your real lips?
Yes.
All right.
People ask me that all the time.
Why do you think they ask it all the time? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
People have been asking me that since I was younger.
What she say? Since I was 4 years old. Okay. All my life I had to fight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't worry. She's still cute regardless here. Is that your real hair? Or is it all of it? Because sometimes it was straighter. Sometimes it was straighter and sometimes it was curled.
Yeah, because I'll curl it.
Okay. Well, I want to find out here is at 25 here, what is it that you have to offer? Let me find out here. Do you consider yourself to be average, above average, or peak value?
I think that I am valuable to, I would say I'm above average, yeah. I think depending on the guy, I can't say I'm going to be peak value to everybody.
All right, you say you're above average. Let me just find out one thing. At 25, what makes you above average?
I'm a very disciplined person. Like ever since I was, out of high school, woke up early every day, worked out. I'm well read. I read a lot of different books. I try to read books every single week. I'm also a business owner, and I network really well.
All right. Well, certainly you're at the right age, but right now you're at your peak. I mean, it's not going to get any better than this. You are not going to get any higher, and you are not going to get any more valuable than you are right now. So certainly, if you're going to cash it in, you definitely need to do that. Have you been to college?
To college, yes. I went to college for a few years. I didn't finish.
Okay, that's one issue there. So you started but didn't finish.
Yeah, that's because I decided to focus on my business.
Okay, well, that's good, but you do understand a man doesn't care about your business.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, but the problem is, do you realize, okay, yeah, I understand a man doesn't care about my business, so let me focus on my business.
But you asked me about my
right, dear. But do you understand?
education.
But do you understand the fallacy there? I want you to understand. You asked me for my help. I'm giving it to you. So I want you to start understanding some of the things you've been doing incorrectly. A man doesn't care about your business. Yes, I know he doesn't. So let me focus on my business. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to be aware of that. It's great that you can run a business. That's good. Those are traits you're going to want to bring to his business. That you have experience doing that, because no amount of you running your business matters to a man. He wants to know what you can contribute to his vehicle. He has no interest in how fancy yours is. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
So that's important also. Now, the last guy you were with, you were saying here that this guy was he was dealt in real estate. What exactly did he do specifically?
He had investment properties, and he it does like flips and stuff.
He does like flips and stuff.
Like flip houses.
Okay, the last property that he flipped, how much was it worth when he bought it? Not when he sold it.
I don't
not
know.
when
like,
he sold it. When
like
he bought it.
Profit. He'd be like, "Oh, I can make."
Okay, but wait a minute. No. Ma'am, no. I'm asking, how much was it worth when he bought it?
I'm not sure. Like he'll say, but I don't remember. I think most times, like it's kind of like in the. It depends. I don't know. I don't remember.
Right, and do you understand that's a problem too? Exactly how long? Yeah. Okay, exactly how long were you with this guy?
We were dating for like 4 months.
Okay, let me find out something here. Were y'all dating, or did he just come by and lay up on you every once in a while? And you need to be honest with yourself about this.
He was pursuing marriage. Like he wanted me to move and everything.
Okay, and you were not interested?
I didn't want to move.
Okay, what else you doing?
I'm sorry?
What else were you doing?
Nothing else. I just felt like I didn't know him well enough. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I need a balance. He was just, like, into his work.
Okay, but here's the issue. Wait a minute, here's the issue. You said you all were dating for 4 months?
Mm-hmm.
How long did you know him before you started dating?
I didn't know him before we started dating.
Okay, so you just went straight from knowing him to dating. If you were not interested in marriage, what were you dating him for? I have a reason for asking.
I'm interested in marriage. I just felt like with him, he just didn't have that balance.
Okay, let me find. Okay, but you said you were interested in marriage, but you're saying that when he wanted to marry you, you said no.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find out something here. Did he actually ask you to marry him, or are you just saying that he expressed an interest in marrying you?
He didn't ask. He expressed.
Okay, thank you.
That
All right.
He wanted.
All right, so he never actually asked to marry you, but he did express an interest in getting married. Now, here's the next problem. Who broke off the relationship?
I did.
Why?
Because I feel like I needed more of a balance. Like he was.
Okay, but here's the problem. You keep saying that. You keep saying, I felt I needed more of a balance. I felt I needed more of a balance. I felt I needed more of a balance. And how's that worked out for you so far?
I mean,
How long have you all been broken up?
I think for like when I get a balance, like
Ma'am, okay, you're not listening.
Huh?
You're not listening. How long? When did you all break up?
Not long ago.
I didn't ask you not long ago. How long?
Like a couple weeks.
It's been a couple of weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your you shouldn't quit one job if you don't have another job lined up. So what are your prospects looking like now?
It's looking okay. Like I'm just getting
Oh, really?
to know people.
Okay. So from Tampa to Kissimmee to Boca Raton, it's looking okay. 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay. But if it were looking okay, you wouldn't be on the phone with me.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, it's the reality starting to set in. You do realize.
Yeah, I think
you do realize. Let me find out one thing here. Did this guy make over $100,000 a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you're gonna find another one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you should start educating people because you know something I don't know. So by all means, let me turn the microphone over to you. Joe is going to educate all of us about how you can hop from one black man making $100,000 a year in Florida to another. Go, Joe.
I mean, it's just, I think it's everything you guys say is just try to, first they have to pursue you, so you have to look how, you have to be attractive to them. And then it's just being.
No, you said they have to. You said they pursue you.
Supportive.
I mean, so you said they pursue you. So you just go ahead and go up to Walmart and stand in front of the gas pumps, and they're going to pursue you. Where do you go to get pursued, Joe?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Joe, do you
When
hear
I'm out and
yourself?
about,
Do you hear yourself?
on.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Joe, do you see what I mean? Okay. Joe, who did you date before this gentleman?
Like seriously?
Yeah, we have to say that there because notice I didn't ask how many people you slept with because we all know the number of people that women only claim the ones they want to when they say how many of you dated. There's how many they dated and then there's how many they had sex with. So the had sex with number is larger than the dating number, but I'm talking about the ones who actually pursued a relationship. How long has it been since you pursued a relationship before this guy?
In January. Like before that.
Okay. So you started a relationship with somebody else in January. You started it or ended it?
Like in February and then yeah.
Okay. And so you made it how many months?
It wasn't long.
What?
It wasn't long.
Are you starting to see a pattern?
Yeah, I think like.
How much did that guy make?
He was still in school.
Oh, okay. So what you mean to tell me is this last fella you were with was the first and only person you've ever met who made six figures?
No, I met other guys that.
How many of them have dated?
Amount.
How many of them have you dated and they were offering to make a commitment to you, ma'am?
one before him, but the other one that I was dating
stop.
before him
No,
was
no,
in
no, no, no.
school,
No,
too.
no, no.
That would have made
Okay,
six
ma'am,
figures.
do not talk over the host, ma'am. Don't do that. You're on dangerous ground. Don't do that. The other fella that you claim made $100,000 a year more, that's great. How old was he?
The one before, the other one that made six figures.
How old was he?
30.
And how old were you when you were with him?
21.
Okay. And how much of a commitment did he make to you?
It was a serious commitment.
Ma'am, that wasn't what I'm saying.
Oh, like did
How
he
long?
propose?
How long were you with him?
2 years.
You were with him for 2 years.
Mhm.
Okay. And after 2 years, why didn't you all get married?
He cheated.
He cheated? Okay.
Mhm.
Let me ask you here, just between you and I, have you ever pursued a vocation that may be sexual in origin?
No.
You've never pursued a vocation that was sexual in origin?
No.
Okay. Here's the issue here, all right? You had a guy who was 30 years old. You claim he was making six figures, and yet, even though he had a hot little 21-year-old Jamaican chick, it was not enough, according to you.
Mhm.
Did you sleep with anybody else while you were with him?
Did I what?
Did you sleep with anyone else while you were with him?
No.
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay. Have you ever had a girlfriend?
No.
Have I seen anything from you that might make me believe you have?
I don't know what you're
Okay.
saying.
Have you ever kissed a girl?
No.
Have you ever held hands with a girl?
I am not bisexual.
I didn't
in
ask.
any
I
way.
didn't ask you you're bisexual. I said, have you ever held hands with a girl, ma'am?
No.
Okay. We'll come back to this later. You were 21 years old. You had one guy who made six figures, and he wasn't interested. You got with another guy here this year, 4 years later at 25, and nothing got off the ground there either. First time you claimed it was 2 years later, and he wasn't trying to marry you. With this guy here, it was 4 months, and you said you didn't extend the relationship. You said you broke it off. Why would you break off the relationship? Why wouldn't you just say, you know what? We need to know each other longer. Because he wasn't asking to marry you, so why didn't you just continue the relationship? He didn't ask to marry you.
It was just like a lot of pressure. Like I felt pressure to like have to move faster than I wanted to. And it kind of was, it just overwhelming.
Okay, I want you to understand something. It's been 4 years since you found a guy who made $100,000 a year. Everybody else since then didn't. And just keep in mind, you are at your peak right now. You're telling yourself, oh, this ain't, you're telling yourself the same lie and the same delusion that most young ladies in your age group do. You're telling yourself this thing ain't never going to get old. These panties are made of gold. It's always going to be pulling. It's always going to be some men looking to offer me the same level of benefits that I'm getting right now. You don't understand. You don't see yourself the way we do as men. You certainly don't see yourself the way that we as producers do. Baby, you're at your peak right this second. It's all down, and actually you were a little bit higher when you were 21 or 22. It's all downhill from here. It's not going to be, well, right now at 25, I don't feel like it, but I feel like this thing be yanking, so I'm just going to play the field, and I got time, and you're going to sit up here and bull jive around. And the difference, what you're going to notice, the difference between the way men treat you between the ages of 25 and 27 is going to be dramatic. Because right now, you're still telling yourself, I got the same powers I did at 21. Baby, you're just fooling yourself. You don't have it. It's all downhill from here. It's all downhill.
Yeah.
I want you to understand something. This is something that young women don't understand, and this is why y'all need grown-ass men to tell you this. Of course, you all take it for granted and abuse it, but let me just tell you the truth. To all my fellas and my players out there, all my men listening right now, all my fellas in their 30s and 40s, a chick can get your attention just by telling you she's 21 or 22 or 23. See, once a guy has left his 20s, a female, you start to notice the value of a chick who's in her 20s. After you done dealt with these chicks in their 30s and 40s and a lot of the baggage they bring and the entitlement issues and problems, a chick can get points just, you have these intangible brownie points you get just by your age. Just by saying that, oh, she hasn't been out here this long, she's not jaded, she doesn't have all these scuff marks. You don't understand that. You are a female. You don't get how that appeals to men. You don't see it. All you know is it works. You don't know why it works. And because you don't know why it works, you also don't know why it's going to fail. So you're telling yourself, they just love me. Like you said before, all I got to do is be feminine and fit and be in the right places. And I'm like, clueless. You open up your mouth as soon as you start talking, clueless. You don't know why it is, what it is about you that men value. I'm just going to say this like this. Some of the body parts you got right now, and let me just say she's a cute chick. Don't get me wrong, everybody. She is a cute chick. But let me just say this straight out. Some of the body parts you got right now, they are cute now. By the time you get 30, baby, they're going to look saggy. I'm talking about some body parts on your face. It's not going to look the same at 30 as it does at 25. Because you see, when you're fresh-faced, you can have big eyes. When you're fresh-faced, you can have disproportional body parts on your face. When you get 30 and the face starts to change, when it's very visible and very obvious you're not 21 anymore, you don't get that. Your age is no longer an offset. You're not going to be able to cash that in anymore. So a lot of dudes are giving you some leeway because of your age. I'm just telling you right now, you're about to lose it. And you're going to be like, I don't understand. I don't know why. I look the same. No, to you, you look the same. Now, folks, I'm going to say, no, I'm not talking about breasts and rear ends, but we all know those start heading south too. I'm just saying some of your character traits, I'll say, that guys have been giving you a pass on, I'm just telling you right now, it's going to go the other way. As you get, the real problem that women make is they don't cash out when they can get the maximum. That's the real problem with y'all waiting. You all start waiting until the phone calls dry up, and then by the time the phone calls are dried up, there are no more $100,000 men to get. See, you're supposed to be doing it when you can snap your fingers and get it. Because that's exactly how you're going to lose it. Right now, when you snap your fingers, it works. You're going to snap your fingers one day and nothing's going to happen. There's going to be no noise. There's going to be no sound.
Yeah, I understand.
That's where you're at. As women, you don't understand this. You're just going to get up one day, and all of a sudden the fellas ain't really anxious and desperate to hold you. And I just want you to understand, 25, that's every type of alarm bell in the world is going off right now. Every type of alarm bell on the planet is going off. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
I don't know.
I just want you to understand you don't have as much time as you think.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know why you think that you're just going to have to grab $100,000 men off a tree. That's a lot of that youthful entitlement, but okay.
I understand. I think I just like, I'm not really that set on, it has to be like, oh, he has to make six figures. I think I want a balance. Because like some guys, they might make a lot of money, but then they don't know how to be emotionally present or affectionate.
Okay. Well, right now, I don't know why you would bring that up as a point, babe, but let me just tell you right now, you better talk to some of these chicks in their 30s and 40s. You're talking about affectionate and emotional. You looking for a dude with some swag, catering to your ego and making your heart go flutter. You better get over that real damn quick. Dumb females in your age group, they focus on how somebody makes them emotionally feel. You need to be focused on a man who's producing. You can teach him how to be affectionate. You can't teach a grown-ass man to want to be a go-getter and get out there and get it. You're not going to be able to teach that. That's not going to happen. So like I said, there's some immature things going on here. You don't have any business sitting up here worrying about that. That's not going to pay the rent. The things you really need and the things you really want, baby, you focus on the wrong thing. This is what I'm saying. You've got access to men who will do the things you need. And rather than focusing on the men who are going to do what you need, you're still in that immature phase. And what I'm telling you is that, unfortunately, you don't understand. It's not going to be a phase. The men are not going to play that game with you. You're about to cross the line. Right now, men are giving you deference.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think that's going to hold up?
Not long.
What I'm going to recommend to you here is, I think from what you have described to me, your last relationship ended on silly terms. You can't just go down to Dollar General and go buy another $100,000 producer. If I didn't know your state as well as I do, it would be different, baby. You are sitting up here singing straight fantasies on my phone. You're singing fantasies of gonna be another $100,000, baby. If you don't stop this nonsense.
You didn't live here.
Well, okay, but here's my point. How much money do you make a year?
80.
80? What do you do, Joe?
I own a marketing business.
No. Now she mumbling. You all notice that when we get into things like this, she starts mumbling again. I asked you, what do you do, Joe?
I don't want to tell my business, but I own a marketing business.
You own a marketing business.
I shoot weddings.
You own a marketing business and you what?
I do wedding photography.
Okay, baby, there's no such thing as a 25-year-old, $80,000 a year wedding photographer. And take that from a guy who has Amazon bestsellers under his belt.
I mean, you can Google me. So
ma'am, take it from me, okay, we can Google you, but we can't Google your income, ma'am.
Yeah, but if you Google me,
ma'am,
you'll see that I teach at conferences.
Ma'am, I don't care where you talk at conferences. I can talk at conferences. I don't. You know why? Because they can't afford me. Ma'am, if you talk over me again, I'm just going to slam dunk the phone in your face. Don't get on my phone trying to bluff your way through life, little girl. You're 25 damn years old. I'm 20 years older than you. If I built my business from the ground up.
I did as well.
I've got more gear in the trunk of one of my cars than you have in your whole damn business, allegedly.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Ma'am, you're 25 years old. You're
Yeah,
acting
and
like
I've been doing my
you're
business
acting like
for-
you
since
balling out
I
of
came
control.
out of high school.
Ma'am, those kids in high school, those young kids whose mamas buy them a DSLR, y'all don't know anything about photography?
You can Google me. If you Google me, you will
Ma'am,
legit
Joe,
understand.
Joe,
Yeah, it's a quick Google search.
Joe, knock it off. Just knock it off. If you were really that fly, where's your bestsellers at, baby? You ought to have some movie stars on your Instagram.
I do. Go on my Instagram, on my photographer Instagram. You will see like a lot of celebrities.
These are celebrities that you work with, because you only sent
type
me
in my name and you will
ma'am,
see them.
you only sent me one Instagram. Why didn't you send me the one for your photography if it's that good? Inquiring
because
minds
that's
want to
my personal
know.
one. I have two. One only has like my photos, and the other one has me. I sent you the one with me.
Okay, so you sent the one with you, and that yours isn't linked to your photography one.
Yeah, I can send you my photography one now.
You're so proud of your photography one that you don't have it linked to your personal one.
Yeah, because I wanted it to be separate.
I wanted it to be separate. Well, why don't you do me the favor, and you know what? I will do you the blessing. You can go ahead and send me the link to your photography one. This ought to be a hoot. Why, she's going to educate me, everyone. This ought to be exciting. I haven't had anyone be able to teach me anything since, since the last millionaire I met. I can't tell you all who they are just yet, but you're going to find out. But so far, I didn't have anybody who could teach me anything since then, but she's going to teach me something tonight. You see how lucky I am?
Yeah, I also work for RCA Records.
Wow, that's a whole lot of things you do. Tell me more. Go on.
I sent it.
Okay, you said you also work for RCA Records?
Yeah.
At 25 years old, I'll be damned. She's a world-class photographer. She said she did something else that she mumbled and didn't say very loudly. And she also works for RCA Records. What do you do for RCA Records? This is going to be great.
I work with their artists, like with photos and editing.
You work with the artists for photos and editing.
Like Puro. But you can just go on my Instagram.
Yes,
and,
ma'am. I'm on your Instagram right now. I've already got it. I'm already there. Go on.
What else?
I'm on your Instagram right now, and by croaky by gum, I'm damn well not impressed. Who are these people? I don't know any of these people.
So you don't know Timbaland?
Ma'am, I don't know. I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. I don't know any of these people that you got on here. I don't know any of these. The majority of these folk you got on here.
Oh, you don't know Timbaland,
ma'am. The majority, ma'am. Okay, you have a picture of Timbaland.
No, ma'am. You have a picture of Timbaland.
I took those photos of him.
Ma'am, you have a picture of Timbaland. Ma'am, you have a picture of Timbaland.
Yeah, because I took it, and he follows me. And
yeah.
So
you have a.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Ma'am, I know a whole bunch.
You don't know those other artists.
Ma'am, be quiet. Be quiet. Any groupie who's a stripper can do this. Where's a picture of you with Timbaland?
I don't have to. He liked it. He reposted it. And
all I want to know is where are your pictures with them? That's all I want to know.
I don't take.
Okay,
that's
so
not how
you
I
have
post
no,
photos. If you
so you
literally
have
go
no
on
proof
Instagram,
that
you
you
would see
know
that he
them.
tagged me
Okay,
on the
so
photo.
you've got pictures of celebrities, and anybody can be a groupie and get a picture with a celebrity. What you don't have is a celebrity in a picture with you.
So why is he following me?
So you've got, ma'am, do you know how many celebrities I have who follow me?
So why did he tag me in the photo?
Ma'am,
on his page?
Ma'am, do you know how many celebrities follow me?
I don't care. I have a lot of celebrities that follow me.
Okay, so what I'm saying, ma'am, is all I see are pictures that anybody could have done. Now, what was it you said you do for RCA Records again? You work with their art. You work with their artists. I think you said something like that.
I don't feel like there's any point in
you
me
said
having
you
to
work,
tell you what I do because you're already invalidating
ma'am,
it for no reason.
What I'm saying is that you can't come around folk who do it and bluff your way through this.
I'm around millionaires every single day.
You're around millionaires every day, and yet you only make 80,000, according to you.
Yeah.
So that
I'm
means,
at 25, and
so they have been able to.
As I get older,
oh, really?
I'm gonna get better.
So you've been around these folk for all these years, and you ain't soaked up no game in 5 years because you've been doing this since you were a teenager.
I am soaking it up every single day.
Okay.
I mean, whatever I say.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Jay-Z making $80,000 after 5 years? Could you imagine Annie Leibovitz? You want to talk about a real photographer, which you're not. You want to talk about a real photographer, Annie Leibovitz making $80,000 after 5 years with all the, quote, celebrities that you know? Oh, interesting.
So what's the
Tell
point?
me the point. The point
What's the
is, don't come trying to fake it till you make it around folk who really do it.
I don't have to fake it. It is like legit.
Dear,
if anything,
what I'm going to tell you is that the reason that it hasn't worked for you and it hasn't popped off for you, you just exposed to everybody why it's not popping off.
A lot of things is popping off for me.
Ma'am, as long as you're delusional, nothing's going to happen.
I'm not delusional. You are.
Okay. Well,
because you're trying
you asked to speak to me. Why don't you do us all a favor? And we're pulling you away from your job. You're a big wig at RCA. So why don't you go ahead and go back to doing the big things at RCA you're doing for $80,000 a year. So allegedly. I got a picture. I have one picture of Timbaland.
Can you show your face?
Ma'am, I can show. I can do better. I can show my accomplishments. I don't have to fake mine, baby. I can show my income is public, right? Ma'am. My income can be Googled. Can I Google yours? Can you show me where we can Google your income, Miss? I allegedly make $80,000 a year.
How can I Google it?
Ma'am, all you have to do is type in Black Channel Film.
So how do I Google it?
Ma'am, if you have to ask that, then you're too new here. I just said Black Channel Films, baby. My income has been Googleable.
Okay.
Now, if I use that word for almost a decade. Now, where can I Google your income?
Of course it's not.
Ma'am, but where can I Google yours? I just paid if you want to go to my YouTube, if you want to go to my Twitter channel, my Twitter page, you can see I spent $100,000 in New York City just on billboards for social activism. At the top of my Twitter page, those are documented. You can go there right now. The Black Channel on Twitter, right there, pinned at the top of the page. Can you show me, Miss? You got some more gear than I have in the trunk of my car. Why don't you show us any money you spent? Because I see a bunch of alleged pictures, but I don't see the proof I need to see. Because any groupie stripper can get a picture of Timbaland. Can you get Timbaland to take a picture with you? So I'm just saying, sell the bull crap.
Next time when I'm there shooting him,
ma'am. The next time I'm there,
send it right to you. Do you want me to
next time I'm there shooting, man. What I'm saying is, get out of delusional land. This is why dudes ain't.
I am not
delusional.
Okay,
you
are.
Ma'am.
You're just trying to invalidate me.
She allegedly works around multimillionaires, and the most she's been able to get. Could you all imagine Juvenile? Could you imagine Ludacris? Could you imagine T.I. being at RCA Records, around RCA Records, P. Diddy being around RCA Records for 5 years, and all he's got to show for it is $20,000, and he's taking wedding photography? Could you imagine P. Diddy doing wedding photography? He knows Timbaland, he knows Khalid, but he's doing wedding photography. You're balling so much that you're doing wedding photography. Get off my phone. Get your phony, fraudulent behind off my phone.
That's you, sir. That's all you.
Okay, I'm just gonna, since she won't hang up, I will do it for her. I'm 25 years old. I work around millionaires and billionaires. How long you been there? Oh, I've been doing this since high school. How much you make again? 80,000. So you work around millionaires and billionaires. They're your good buddies, and you got to do wedding photography? Remember, she said, I do wedding photography. She didn't say I do celebrity photography. I do wedding photography. You get some little young chick who thinks that she impresses people by lying her way through things, and we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. No, I'm not clowning her. I'm just saying, folks, don't pretend you do this when you don't. You make those of us who really do look bad, and it's not possible to help you here. You don't have to sit here. You ain't got to lie to kick it. But what she did do is she demonstrated why dudes who are actually on ain't gonna fool with her. You might be Jamaican, you're 25 years old. You could lose a couple of pounds, but we gonna give you a pass for that right now at 25. But at 27, ain't gonna be no passes. Hell, at 26 ain't gonna be no passes. You're not gonna get it like that. And by the way, she has an average face. So I was being nice, but you all hear me say she was cute? When I say cute, that means average. She was not a ravishing beauty. She wasn't anything that's going to make people go, man, I got to get with that. It ain't that situation, but you're younger. And compared to a lot of the rest of the wobbly chicks running around there, you do better than a lot of the rest of them. So a dude will lay up, but nobody is investing in you. That's the difference. And I just need you to come to grips with that so you can understand what's really going on. You asked me for my help, I've given it to you. You asked for my help, I gave it to you. I didn't say you were gonna like it. I didn't say you were gonna like it, but you asked for my help. Damn it, you're gonna get it. We're gonna go ahead and open up the telephone lines here now. The number is 646-787-1933. That's 646-787-1933. Your personal access code to the business. You definitely want to go ahead and give us a call here now. I'm talking about average chicks who are crazy. The average chick who is crazy, controlling, and alone. Average, crazy, controlling, and alone. I've got my own business. Doing what? Wedding photography. Oh, okay. How much you make? 80,000. And oh, wait. She realized that wasn't going to be good enough. Then she added the rest. I also take pictures of celebrities. And remember, she didn't say nothing about I work. She said I work for RCA. You don't work for RCA. What the hell? No, I should just let them sit here and sell bull crap all night. That's what I should do. Caller from area code 404. You're on live with the business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes. Are you on crack? What is your name? There is always somebody who wants to play around here. Fine. I'm telling you that this is the issue that we run into. They get up here, they're sitting around, they're not ready for life. What is going on? No, I'm not being mean about it. No, I'm not being mean. What I'm saying is that people understand something here, and crazy chicks do that too. Crazy chicks, when folk don't have accomplishments they want to pile on, they don't understand when you're in the presence of grown people, we don't do all that. We don't do all that. We don't sit around and get into all that there. You don't do that with grown folks. We don't do that. That's not our thing. We're grown people. We're going to want to see the evidence of it. But understand, we've been out there long enough. Folks can't lie to us at this point. You can't call up folks who do this for a living and lie to them and give them numbers that don't add up. Just go ahead and say it like it is. Well, Jason, you right. I'm not bringing a whole lot to the damn table here, and I feel some kind of way about it. Just let it be that. Let it be that. Don't sit up here and try to bluff your way through it. You're not going to be able to do it with people who do this. They feel some kind of way. And you also have to understand, for the fellas who are out here who are out here struggling, makes them feel some kind of way. They feel bad. And you should. You should feel bad because you ain't doing it. If you all remember, I was being nice to the young lady. I'm like, okay, baby, can I Google your income? Not really. Just trust me. I make $80,000. All right. Can I prove it? Nope. Just take my word for it. All right. Caller from area code 215. You're on Live with the Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Jeremy Griffin, calling from Collindale, Pennsylvania.
Jeremy from Collindale, Pennsylvania. What's on your mind?
Listen, I love the program. One thing that was on my mind with the last caller, and you said something about men don't care about her business. I feel like that's kind of a wrong statement. I kind of disagree. I feel like men actually do care about some of these women's personal business and economic strives that sometimes can be attractive. So,
well, no, that's why. Why would a woman's income or what a woman has accomplished professionally be quote unquote attractive to you as a man?
What's that?
Why would that be attractive to you as a man? That? What a woman is doing professionally, why would that be attractive to you as a man?
I mean, look, it's grifting season. There's a lot of people out here who looking to get a bag, even from a woman. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Okay, so you're looking to get a bag off a woman.
I'm not saying me personally.
Okay, you just said it. Okay, but I asked you. I said why. I asked you, and you said that answer. So clearly it is. That is you. Because I asked you, why would it be attractive to you? And you said, hey, everybody trying to get a bag off a woman. So that was you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Listen,
I don't want to bag off a woman. I don't want to bag off a woman. I don't give a damn about a woman's income. I'm not looking for a woman to support me. That would be a damn... I would commit freaking suicide if I woke up in the morning talking about I want to get a bag off a woman. Because as far as I'm concerned, my manhood is dead. There's no reason for me to keep living. So, brother, you got to get your weight up, bro. That was embarrassing. Thank you for giving us a call, though, and letting the real thing out. Pennsylvania got to hold this L. That's one of them Philly niggas. I'm sorry, I got to just say it like this. That's one of them Philly niggas. This is what you get. This is what you get. If you want to know why women in Philadelphia look so damn bummy, there it is. Pittsburgh, bummy. There it is. There it is. There you go. Yeah, man, let me get the bag off a woman, man. Okay. Philadelphia. Ever since was Iverson with the 76ers? Ever since Iverson left, it's all been downhill from there. Is that it? Even the Super Bowl ain't turning around. Grown-ass men talking about a woman's income is something that he considers. You're supposed to consider a woman's intelligence. You're supposed to consider her capability. Her income, what she does for a profession, that's not supposed to really register on the scales. That's cute. That's nice. That's something that you can take notice of. You're not supposed to be sitting there talking about, okay, ooh, she got a degree. That's a plus. Ooh, well, it's grifting season, man. Hey, we struggling. Got to get the bag. Brother, can you spare a dime? No, nigga. Caller from area code 404. You're on Live with the Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, Mr. Black. This is Miss Tina calling from San Antonio.
Tina from San Antonio. Didn't you email me?
I did.
Hello, Tina. Well, for everyone who has forgotten, this is Tina, whose boyfriend a couple of weeks ago, I was telling him, do not marry this heifer and definitely don't get her pregnant. He's got $25,000 in the bank. She's got $2,500. Tina.
Mr. Black.
In case anybody had forgotten, or in case they thought I had forgotten, welcome back, Tina, or at least for a moment here. You came to
Yes, I was blocked.
You came to bring me something, didn't you? Yeah. No. I'm not asking you. Understand something.
Oh.
This is your opportunity to be enrolled in the caller rehabilitation program.
Right.
And you will enroll or you will be gone. And this time you won't get to call back in. Now, everybody knows how this goes. When someone has committed an unpardonable offense and found themselves getting blocked, at that point, they must then make a contribution to our program on the CashApp. After they do that, then we will then take their application and reconsider reinstating their privileges. And oh yes, they are privileges. They are not rights. Now, last time you were informed about that you needed to stop or something of an unfortunate nature would occur, and sure enough, it did. I did take a look at that, and as far as I can see, baby, you about $40 short. You about $40 short, so I need you to run my change. And then we'll see what we can do. I break my bread. I don't want to talk about it. I'm putting my Superfly down. Ain't here to talk about it and don't throw no change. It hurts my ears. Break my bread. Once you have done that, then we can talk about whatever you want to. What's it gonna be?
You said I'm how much short?
You 40 short. While she's doing that, I'm going to put her on hold. We're going to take another call over here. Let me get caller from area code 703. You're on Live with the Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Jason. This is Claude Boyd calling from Richmond, Virginia, by way of Washington, D.C.
All right, Brother Claude from Washington, Richmond, whichever. What's on your mind?
Just as you say, how you start off is how you finish. Basically, you had mentioned that one of the females on the program that you were referring to had stated that she had given out a man's information to 15 different people. And my whole idea, piggybacking off of what you said, is that she's going into these scenarios and these dating dates already with the impression or the idea that she's going to fail. So most of us go into situations either confident or without confidence. And I think it's just as simple as that in everything we do. And that's pretty much all I had to say.
Well, she's going into these situations. I'm going to get him before he gets me. So what this also tells you is she's a chick who's used to dudes ghosting her. She's used to sleeping with random dudes. Let's just say it like it is. When a woman acts like that, she's used to dudes ghosting her. So she wants a whole damn file on you. Before you can leave? No, this is a chick who's used to dudes ghosting. So what she's doing is like, okay, let me go ahead and get as much information as I can before he sits up here and disappears, because she's used to cats disappearing. Let's just say it like it is. She's used to cats disappearing. She's used to cats ghosting. She just wants to make sure she's got something to track you with before that happens. Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. I'm still waiting. No, I haven't brought her back on the line because I'm still waiting.
So if she ever gets back to that and get it straight, we gonna see what's going on. But once I see it, when I see it, y'all gonna see it. Let me get caller from area code 813. You're on live with The Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, Jason. This is Kenny. I'm calling from Fort Myers, Florida.
Kenny from Fort Myers, built like a stripper. I wonder whose side you're gonna take.
This is what I'm going to say. I guess I see it from a different perspective.
I figured you would.
In regards to the first thing, the women that are giving out the men's information, I think that is a bit, that is a lot much, actually. I will look at it from a safety perspective, being that if you go out with someone, and of course you don't give out anyone's address, but when I was dating, I would, find out the person's name, get their picture, and then I would send it, like I would give the information, give it to my cousin, and tell her this is where we're going to be. Like, we're going to be at this restaurant. And it wasn't it wasn't because I wanted, it was more for safety reasons.
Yeah, but you crazy too.
Tried to snatch me or kidnap.
But you crazy too. But you crazy too, Kenny.
I'm not crazy.
You crazy as hell too.
Crazy.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Kenny. You crazy as hell too. So of course I expect to hear this from you. I'm surprised you ain't got niggas handcuffed when you walk up in there. I'm surprised you ain't fingerprinting them. You're crazy too. So of course I expect to hear this.
It's for safety reasons.
Yes, because crazy people attract crazy people. So of course I would expect you to co-sign every bit of this. You nutty as hell too.
No, but this is, I think, like sending someone's information to 15 people and all that. That's a bit.
Yeah, because in your case, you're like, send it to 15 people. That's too many folk. Now send it to 5. That would be more sensible. But no, I would never send it to 15. I would just send it to 5. Okay.
No, and the other
thing, some of y'all little cute, brown-skinned, non-foundational black Americans, boy, some of y'all are just in that Florida area. Florida just spawns them. They get off the damn boat, and this is what they do. So you knew they was gonna stick together. That's no thing right there. If they're not from America,
I'm black American. I'm a foundational black American.
No, you not. No, you're not.
I am a foundational.
You are.
I'm FBA.
Baby, if you don't quit lying on my damn phone, you're going to have to pay your reinstatement fee. In any case here, that's another thing right there. Fellas, if they're biracial, they crazy. Let's just say, I've been saying that for years. And the more biracial they are, when they triracial, octoroon, the worse it gets. Crazier it gets. And if they're immigrants, crazy again. They're gonna be cute but crazy. That's what it's gonna be. Go ahead, Kenny. I'm gonna let you have the last word.
And this is the other thing. Number 2, you said something about going through women's purse, make sure they don't put anything in your drink or whatever. Who is going to leave your drinks around a stranger? Like, I think you have to take those kind of precautions. So I don't see why anyone would do that. And look, can I just say one more thing? This is somebody you don't know, but just one more thing in regards to Alicia with the Currys, that relationship. I think it's 2 totally different things. When you were saying if someone's average and then they get themselves together and then now they turn crazy and flip out on you and be the person that they always wanted to be or what was in the back of their mind. I think it's different. If you have 2 people that really love each other, then I don't think that happens. But if you have someone who treats you crazy or who has been abusive or whatever, and then when you finally get your opportunity to change the situation, then I think those kind of things happen. But I don't think people.
Okay, what if you crazy too, though? Only problem is if you crazy too, how you gonna judge them for being crazy? I mean, y'all just need to put on your Jason Voorhees hockey masks and just try not to make too much bloodletting. Thank you very much for giving us a call here tonight. I want to thank everyone who has contributed to tonight's program here as well. Darius from Atlanta, that's the dude.
Let me go ahead and get Tina back on the line. It looks like somebody in the Streamlabs, and I'll be watching, by the way, Mr. iLuTube, whatever it is, iLuTube. If you rescind that payment, you'll be banned, so just be aware. So he said he was going to pay part of that for you there, so I'm going to go ahead and let that stand. Now, you leave yours alone. Don't you touch yours. Y'all just leave it where it's at. Just leave it where it's at. Understand?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I just wanted to be clear right here that, okay, Tina's privileges have been reinstated. Hopefully she will take proper care of them. Tina, you are now back on the phone with me. Now, what did you want to discuss?
Thank you. And if I may, I'd like to thank Mr. Alatu for looking out. It's very much appreciated. I'd also like to say, although they were obviously pennies compared to the knowledge that you have, I donated because not just to be reinstated, but because I have been listening to your shows even while I was blocked and exiled. And so I figured I might as well donate it.
All right. Now, what did you want to say to me?
Yes, the reason why is because like I said, partly in the email, is that I did listen to your previous show about the uncompetitive woman, and it has nothing to do with my reason for calling has nothing to do with a man or anything, but more so a professional level. I was a little taken aback when you were speaking with a 27-year-old, and she was saying how much she made, and I only made just a little bit
25.
more than that.
She's 25.
And I just wanted some advice on how to increase my income or my streams of income.
Okay, well, she was 25. She's got no advice to give. There's another thing right there. Now, some of you may feel this is self-serving, but I'm going to go ahead and remind you of something here. Please understand, your high-value posers can't tell any of y'all how to double your income. Your high-value posers are going to tell you high value. They can't coach you all on how to do that. They're supposedly going to coach you all on high value, but can't even do that. So those of you who don't care if the information that you're getting is accurate or not, those of you who wish to be entertained, get the hell out of here. I'm not here for people who want to be entertained. I'm not here for bystanders. I'm not here for spectators. I'm here for people who are smart enough to understand the real thing. Because you're never going to help other people get anywhere if you yourself don't understand it. So everybody who's in that boat, bye. Get out of here. I don't want you here. Period. I want people who actually value the real thing, value concrete things. If you want to be entertained, I'm not the guy to do it. I will deliberately be more abrasive to get you gone. So everybody who wants the real, you found the right place. Anybody else, if you're looking to be entertained, get the hell out of here and you can all sit around there and go pose with each other. We don't do poser here. We do power. Now, Tina, the question that you asked me was that, by the way, I am the sole repository that gives people a telephone number to call in and do this. Don't expect Miss 25-year-old to tell you either. She said you can pick up a $100,000 man just by looking cute and go, quote, go everywhere. That's going to be a lot of moving. In any case, Tina, you want to get your income up. You've come to the right place. You found the plug. My first question would be, what is your skill?
Let's see. I'm articulate. I have the power of persuasion.
That's not a skill. That's not a skill. That's a personality trait. What's your skill?
Customer service skills, typing, reading and comprehension, and creative writing.
Okay. You are
and writing in general.
Okay, understand what you have are characteristics, personality traits. I'm literate. I'm fully literate. We can hear that. She's a bit of a goofball, but she is fluent. She's literate. But beyond that, you don't have a marketable skill. Donald Trump is a blithering freaking idiot, and he's the president of the United States. You've got better language skill. Your language skills make Donald Trump look like the illiterate he is. He's a billionaire, and he's the president of the United States and leader of the free world. So if you think that my language skills are actually a, quote, skill, let me bring the light of day to that. It ain't real. It ain't true. You need to have a marketable skill. You need to have something that is in demand and sellable to the rest of the world. Because if you don't have that, then you don't have anything to actually sell. So let's just divorce ourselves of this myth that being able to read and write and talk is so great. Let's just be very clear about something. I've got far better language skills than T.I. Harris, far better language skills than Michael Render. Both of them kick my ass coming and going with one foot tied behind their backs financially. I'm big enough to tell y'all that. They kick my ass with one foot, hopping on one foot. They don't just kick it, they boot it to the moon. So much for language skills. I'm the guy, I'm telling you that. I'm not just saying it to you. That's it. Yes, I beat the both of them in language skills. Both of them beat me at the bank. We're both trying to get to the same place. My language skills hasn't helped me outdo them at the bank. It's helped me to outdo 90% of the population. Hadn't helped me outdo those two. So let's just keep it 100. You need a marketable skill. Okay? That is what you're lacking.
Yeah.
Your income is not going to move without it. You live in San Antonio, correct?
Correct.
All right. You're not in a bad place, but you're in a tough place if you don't have a skill set. Austin, El Paso, San Antonio, but particularly Austin and San Antonio are trying to get themselves established, with people who have better skill sets. Nobody wants to be an old oil town like Houston. Everybody's trying to figure out, there are, 10,000 people every month move from California to Texas. It's been that way now for the last 2-3 years. 10,000 people a month are moving from Silicon Valley, the folks who got priced out of Silicon Valley. So by Texas standards, these people are upper middle class. They're affluent. By California standards, they were average, below average. They got chased out of California. Joe Rogan is leaving California and coming to Texas. Hopefully they don't bring their screwed up, perverted California values with them, but they are. And Austin is starting to look like San Francisco, starting to market itself the same way. Y'all better get on the ball. But in any case, 10,000 people a month move from California to Texas, and that's just California. You've got thousands of people who are moving from from New York to Texas. So 10,000 people from California to Texas, thousands of people moving from New York to Texas. Your competition is getting stiff. These are people who are coming with skill sets. People who are coming with their retirement money that didn't go as far in California but goes a hell of a lot further in Texas, that has no income tax. A state with no income tax. That's your competition. Folks who are bringing their IT certifications, their engineering degrees, their accounting degrees and credentials. That's your competition now. Not 10 years from now. They are descending on you all like locusts. Now. It's not a joke. So if you understand that that's the environment that you're living in right now, you don't have a second to waste. You cannot play around about getting your skill set up, and you need a real one. One that will progress with you as you age. So why don't we talk about getting you a real one?
Yes, I'd like that.
Okay. Now, what would you like to do? I'm only asking that for one reason, because it really doesn't damn well matter. But I'm just going to give you one shot at this. What would you like to do that you think is in demand today?
It's in demand. Honestly, writing or growing with the company that I'm already with.
Okay. Growing with the company you're already with.
Right.
Okay.
And writing, but is my true passion.
Okay. Just so you all be aware, there was I was just looking it up here to make sure. There was an article from the Fort Worth Star Telegram. In 2018, 86,000 people came from California to Texas. 37,000 people moved from Florida to Texas. And then after that, the states that most moved to Texas were Florida, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and New York. 500,000 people moved to Texas in 2018 alone. 2018 alone. In this day and age, dear, I'm going to say something to you here right now. The company that you're working for, if they were doing so great, you wouldn't be calling me now. If you had a future that was really going to do that, you wouldn't be calling me now. What does the company you work for now do, ma'am? What do they actually do?
Banking and insurance.
Okay, they do banking and insurance. Are you at max pay?
No, not at all.
Okay, what is max pay at the company you work for? For your job
It's
position.
a lot of different departments.
For your job position.
Honestly, I don't know what that number is, but I can tell you I'm at base.
Okay, here's the issue. How long you been working for them?
1 year as a contractor, 2 years regular.
Okay, you've been with them for years and making $25,000.
43.
Okay, you've been working for them for 3 years, making $43,000. If you work for them for another 5 years, how much will you be making? Thank you. All you have to do is say how much they give you a pay raise.
50,000 at the very least over 50,000, which
Okay,
I'm aware is not a lot.
ma'am,
That's at the least.
ma'am, that's nonsense. How much of a pay raise do they give you a year?
This past year I got a $3,000 pay raise. So as long as my pay raise, if my pay raise were to stay on track with that, we're looking at like $3,000 a year.
So you're saying that you went from they gave you a raise from 40,000 to 43,000?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much per hour were you making last year?
Last year, something like 20,
Something like you
20
don't know
and change.
you don't know how much per hour you were making last year? It's got to be something like you don't know what it was? I didn't say 10 years ago, I said last year.
Annual.
How much were you making per
Right,
hour
right.
last year?
It was 20 and some change.
Okay. Go on.
Last year it was 20 and some change. You know, we get a couple bonuses at the end of the year.
Thank you. Now
and-
that's more what it sounded like. How much per hour are you making this year?
I would have to do the math on that because I was only looking at the annual increase. I didn't break it down.
You
to
don't
the
know
hour.
how much your paycheck is? What do you get paid an hour now, Tina?
If I am paid hourly, I have to do the math.
You don't know how much you get paid per hour? Tina, you don't know how much they
Yes.
pay you per hour?
I started off at $20 and some change an hour.
Yeah,
but
that was
when
last
I got
year.
My pay raise,
Once you got your pay raise, dear, it's almost 2021. Your paycheck says you get paid how much an hour, Tina?
I'd have to look at my pay stub. If you get it, may I have a moment to look at my pay stub?
So you do not know what you make an hour.
No, sir, just annually.
You think that's a good sign? Even if this were true, which I doubt it, but by the way, you don't know how much you make an hour. Think about that for just a few moments. That's not a good look. Because for somebody to be in that kind of position there, that would be a really radical change. Anyway, while she's digging through to look that up, because I have a program to host here, I want people.
I am. I'm looking. I'm doing the math on that right now.
Okay, because before you were saying you were looking it up, now you're saying I'm doing the math. There's no math to do. You don't know what they told you your new. You don't know what they told you your new pay rate would be.
I did. When they presented it to me, though, they presented it to me on an annual scale. They didn't show me the hourly rate. I'll admit it was likely in the paperwork, but I was just looking at the annual increase. I wasn't looking at the hourly increase.
So then you all wonder why these corner car lots are able to get over on people. Well, here's how much you be paying us a month right here. Ain't this good? No, you just be paying it for the next 10 years. So, needless to say, everybody in the world knows how much they get paid an hour. Everybody in the world knows how much they get paid an hour. She might be trying to figure out, well, I already told him it was $3,000 more, so let me carry the one and figure out what I need to tell him next. Everybody in the world knows how much they get paid an hour. Just knock it off, okay? Knock it off. Just stop. The bottom line is, you're not going to be getting that much. You're not going to be making $50,000. That's nonsense. You're talking to grown people like we don't understand. If you were that valuable, they'd be giving you the $50,000 now. You wouldn't have to be waiting for it. And you don't even know what max pay is. And the only way that you would be able to make more by your guesstimation is if you get a promotion. If you're interested in getting a promotion with them, then why are you calling me? If they're paying so well and they're opening up so much so easily, why are you calling me?
Because in my opinion, the pay it's competitive. The promotions are competitive, and the pay raises are just not moving fast enough for me. And I know that I'm worth more.
The pay raise is not moving fast enough. Apparently, they're giving you $3,000 a year. Them pay raises are coming pretty damn good. If that statement were true, those pay raises are doing great. At that rate,
it is based off the market.
Dear, at that rate, hell, in 5 years, you'd be doing a hell of a lot better at that rate. They're just going to give you $15,000 in 5 years. So why in the world would you ever want to leave there? Unless, of course, that's not what they're actually going to do.
Okay, so it looks like, I guess I was off then with my last year's hourly pay. I'm looking at this, and it looks like I'm being paid at a rate of $20.70 an hour.
Okay. We've already covered your bullcrap story. We moved on. If they were paying you that well, you'd be stupid to leave. You should just go ahead and see about getting a promotion. But the truth is, they're not doing that. So the other reason... by the way, is that before taxes or after? So
it looks like it's before.
Okay. So in reality, the $40,000 is before taxes. And the $43,000 is before taxes too. So in reality, you're making somewhere in the 30,000s because you do have a child. You're making somewhere in the 30s at most. At most.
And they do take out for my health care and for my retirement package and
Correct.
401k and whatever. So yeah, that's rough. I mean, just to be real, and then plus, but I also get paid a little bit more because I work at
that is all right. So that's all right, Tina. The bottom line is, for everybody out here who is wondering, Jason, you digging too much? No, I'm doing my due diligence. When you actually take a look at it, yeah, there's a reason. So the reality is, dear, max pay for them is not going to give you enough. You getting promoted, are you delusional? You would need to get promoted into some type of management position. And even then, how much would that be paying?
Honestly, I don't know how
Right.
much that is
If-
exactly.
Right. Would you like to guess?
Next, I'm in non-injury claim, so a promotion for me would be injury, and my guess is somewhere in the 50.
Okay, so you would go to a different department, but you would not get a different status, like being a manager, supervisor, regional manager, claims adjuster, whatever. You wouldn't get anything like that.
Right. My next step up, it probably wouldn't be into management. Just
Right.
being
It would be another department. It would be another department. It would not actually be an elevation. So
It'd be more money.
So you would be okay. You're making more money. Yeah, you're making more money than the floor. You're making 30-something thousand. You're bringing home $30,000. Next, you'll be bringing home 40,000. Meanwhile, the median income in the United States is between 54 and 58,000. So at the rate you're going, in another decade, you'll be at the median income.
Wow.
You're acting like you know, ma'am. You're acting like you know it all. And every time I keep talking about what they're not giving you, you keep telling me about how great it's going to be later. So, I mean, this is what your judgment got you. You're not doing the math and you don't understand it. You're not looking long term. All you heard was, we'll give you $3,000. They're giving you $3,000 on top of nothing. And you was happy as a runaway slave. Ooh, Lord of good. That's good. The $3,000. And now you're coming to me later. And every time I keep pointing it out, you keep trying to save face. Well, I could be making $50,000 over there. Actually, no, you wouldn't go in the door making $50,000. They'd be some kind of stupid to give you that. And if that were available, you would just be going there now. You wouldn't be on the phone with me. You would have already applied to put in for another department if you could. After 3 years of being with them, if you could have transferred to a different department, you would have just gone ahead and done it. You would not be on the phone with me.
I just recently got another position, but it's not more money. It's a lateral move.
Okay, correct. But it's all lateral moves. That's all you qualify for is lateral moves. And all this pipe dreaming you're doing about moving up to another department, if you could have done it, you would have done it. You would have told me that the last time you called in a few weeks ago.
I do apply to the other positions, but they are very competitive.
Thank you. Okay, as I said, if you could get it, ma'am, you're trying to save face again. Just shut up. You're trying to save face again. I literally just said that. You can't get it. I applied. I know, heifer, you can't get it. It ain't there. If you could have gotten it, you would have gotten it. You would have gotten it before you called me last time. If it were actually there. You're calling me now because you're trying to save face. Don't try to save a damn thing. You don't know. You're trying to make yourself feel better about it. All of these are lateral moves. I'm telling you that. These other positions, if you can have them, you'd have it already. You would not be arguing with me. You'd be telling me about how you making $50,000 and just got a promotion. You can't get it. What my man say? I ain't got it, so you can't get it. Let's leave it at that. You can't get it. If you could have, you would have applied for it back in January. You probably didn't apply for it a few times now. It ain't there. It ain't coming. There's a bunch of other folks in line that they would prefer to have instead of you, or you don't have seniority or whatever. There's too many people asking and too few positions available. You can't get it. Not this year, not next year, not no year. I got all these black females in their 20s tonight trying to project and magnify themselves way above where they are. Like that's going to impress people who've been there, who signed paychecks, who paid contractors, paying both sides of Social Security. These young females are trying to fake it till they make it. I'm like, baby, I know what the folk who pay you have to pay to get it. You can't get there from here. If you could have gotten it, you'd have it. Now, if you really want to do yourself a favor, sit back, shut up, and soak up the game.
You can sit there with those people for another 5 years. You might get another $3,000 out of it. If you really stick around, maybe they will promote you. Congratulations, monkey in the dime store window. 50 G's, that's great. The real problem becomes after the 50. Because ain't no transferable position after 50. Now you're going to have to move into management or something really necessary that, they've only got a few people who get that money. There's not a whole bunch of positions making 80,000. So even if you could transfer and get the 50, which you can't get, but even if you could, that's last stop. Now let's try something a little bit different. What is it you could do? You've been working in insurance. Now, usually people would think I would tell her to go off and do nursing. No, you should look into getting an IT certification.
Okay.
Now, the company that you work for, is it a company that we would all know if you said its name?
Yes.
Okay, so you work for a national company.
Yes.
Okay, that company has an IT department then.
Yes.
Okay, then why are you not taking your bug-eyed brown-skinned ass over there and wiggling them hips at one of the IT fellas and finding out what certifications they have? You're wasting your damn time in the office making chit-chat, bull-jive, small talk with the damn hood rats. You need to be hollering at one of the IT dudes and find out what it is he knows while you're bull-jiving and wasting time. That's what you need to be doing. You are literate. You are intelligent. You are certainly computer savvy. You keep harassing me. So put it to use somewhere where it'll benefit you. They've got IT guys there, and the reason why I would tell you to ask them is because they're already employed at it. You're a female. You've got advantages that a male doesn't have. As a black male, if I run up to them dudes asking, they're all gonna be like, oh, hell no. As a female, they will be completely unassuming and disarmed. They gonna figure she's just asking to be asking. What you need to do is go get one of your hoochie mama outfits. You know you got a bunch of them because that's what baby mamas do. Get something to show some cleavage and show some thigh and get a nice perfume. Make sure you actually look decent for a change. Go waddle up to one of them damn IT dudes and start picking their damn brains. He's going to tell you where all the bodies are buried because he's going to figure she a baby mama. There may be some sex at the end of this damn conversation. I'm not going to judge you one way or the other, but what I am going to say is you slept with bummier dudes for less. I'm just going to leave that there. But what I will say is they're going to sit up here and give you a bunch of details and information that they would never give me because as a male, they know I'm going to use it. As a female, they're going to naturally assume that the odds that it's going to be so complicated that you're going to be intimidated by it. So they're just going to assume you won't use it. By the way, let me know when your high-value posers educate y'all about how the world actually works. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all are over here because they don't even know. They're on-the-job training. It's their first damn time seeing the world. If you go and talk to them the way I just told you, baby, they're going to tell you everything. Now, that's just for the company you work for. And here's what I'm saying. If you really are comfortable with that company, why don't you get a damn skill set that will allow you to have leverage? The IT guys have leverage. Their positions have leverage, but even more importantly, they have portability. They can pick up that certification and go somewhere else and make the same amount of money or more money because they're already making much more than y'all do. And the more certs they get, because you need to continue getting certifications, you got to take that somewhere else, baby. So, and what I'm saying is ask them because there are a lot. IT is just a blanket term. There's a whole bunch of different disciplines and certifications. There's Microsoft, there's Cisco, there's Apple now, Google. We can go down the list. I don't know particularly what it is, but that would be a system you're familiar with. It gives you a place to start. And if you're really good with that company like that, once you get IT certified, you're already on the inside. And if they don't want it, that's cool. Go somewhere. You have the ability now to go somewhere else. You can go somewhere else.
I guess that's just it with IT certifications, I guess I wouldn't really know where to start with that.
Okay, I just told you where to start.
What certification to get?
I literally just told you where to start. What did I just say to you? I feel like Vigo from John Wick. What did I just say?
Google and Microsoft.
I didn't say Google and Microsoft. Wake your ass up. I said you need to go down, sashay your ass down there in one of your tight dresses that don't make you look wiggly and jiggly to go talk to the IT dudes and ask them. What's the certification that they have? That you were interested in looking into IT, what do they have? They will tell you what their certification is, what you need to work on their IT servers. And then you go get that. And it's not going to take you forever either. I've got folks here who listen to me. They had their IT certs in 6 months. They email me and call me all the time to say, Jason Black, thank you for pointing me in the right direction. Life is lovely. Y'all heard the ones who called in a couple of weeks ago and a couple of months ago on my other YouTube channel. They said, thank you very much. Jason is going lovely now. I didn't believe it. It's going lovely. Didn't have to go to college forever. I got folks who went to college for psychology. No, you need to go to school, but we got to send you for the right thing. So if you work for a big insurance company and not in danger of going out of business, you got an IT. That means you have an IT department. You need to start asking them. Ask and go straight to them dudes. They will talk to you. They'll talk to you about stuff they'll never talk to me about. And they will tell you exactly what you need to get. And I would recommend that you start there because this is a company and a system and an environment and an ecosystem that you're familiar with. And you'll immediately be able to move. And even if that doesn't work, that's okay because you'll be able to take it somewhere else. And worst case scenario, even if the IT certifications you have are not really in demand at that company, you can always go. I'm so glad for the fellow from London who clarified that for everybody. You can always go and take a look at what is being most in demand in your area. Or better yet, go to either Houston or Dallas, who the tech industry is really kicking off for them. Amazon building them big ass fulfillment centers up there in Dallas. It's really going to kick off for them. I mean, it's really kicking off up there. So you have that option. If it doesn't work at one company, you have the ability to transition over and get another one, but you can just take a look and see who's hiring. I don't know. When back in my day, boy, I'm getting old. We had Monster and IT Classified and whatnot, whatever job listing site you all are losing today. That you all are using today, not losing today, but whichever one you all are using today. You can go take a look and see what's being hired for in San Antonio or Dallas or Houston or Austin. There's no need to guess your way through it. So if you're not comfortable with applying at that company, fine, don't do that. Go take a look and see which the IT certs that are in demand and then go start there. And then once you get hired at one company, learn everything you can, make as many connections as you can, get as much experience as you can. And at that point, you're no longer hired on certs, you're hired on experience. How much you know. Now you're in a different ecosystem. But that would be where you want to go.
Okay.
Is that what's his name back there?
No.
Oh, that's a different dude.
No.
Oh, that's a different dude.
No, that's my roommate.
Your roommate's a man?
It is, yes. He actually owns the house. I'm renting a couple of rooms out of his house. It's not like that.
Yes, it is like that. It is exactly like that.
Oh no, not if I'm paying rent. Trust me, if I'm paying rent, trust and believe.
What she
said?
say?
Not like that.
If I'm paying rent, okay. All right.
If I am paying money for my rent, trust and believe it is not.
All right. She having to work off the rest of that rent, but all right. I'm not gonna get in your business. But we all know we in back there. All right, everybody. Hey, wink, wink. All right. Wink, wink. We bring you reality radio. But in any case, I'm going to just say right now, you have one of two options. I would really recommend you go to IT. You're not one of these slow chicks who needs something who needs something spoon-fed to you. I really think something like that you're already in. If those people you work for, if they told you we can give you a raise if you enroll in an IT class, you would do it tonight. You would drop the damn phone with me and go do it tonight. It wouldn't be too intimidating if them white folks said it. Why is it you can't just get up and motivate yourself? If they told you to do it, you would jump right up and do it. So what I'm saying is you can do it. You can do it. But what I'm saying is do it yourself. Now, a lot of folk think, oh, he's going to tell her nursing. In her case, no, nursing is not the thing for you. I don't think nursing is the thing for you. I think what would be the thing for you would be IT. I would really push you in that direction. If you don't want to do IT, I would recommend truck driving, I suppose, because you don't strike me as a manual labor type of chick. You really don't. I think you have too good of a head on your shoulders when you ain't being crazy, but I think you could really dig off into this, and you would master it in a very short amount of time, and upgrade from there. Well, where do I start? It's Monday evening, Tuesday morning. You need to be getting friendly with the IT dudes. And they will talk to you. Do you work in the same building with them, or are they located somewhere else?
Actually, at the moment, we're working from home because of COVID-19.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, find a way. Like Mission Impossible. You, Tom Cruise, infiltrate that damn thing. You find a way. You a female, y'all do it every damn day. Find a way. You find a way to get one of them on the phone and let it do what it do. Now, I will now tell you the same thing I tell everybody else. After you have done that, and after you have gotten exactly what they want, after you found out exactly what it is, I want you to email me. Yes, I will actually allow Tina to email me. Don't email me for nothing else. Don't email me. I'm trying. Don't email me anything. You email me after it is done. I don't want to hear anything else. You email me after it's done. Don't email me. No chit chat. Don't tell me what you're working on. After you've gotten it done, then we'll talk. And we'll go from there. Fair enough?
Absolutely.
Any more questions?
No, not at all. You answered all of my questions. Thank you.
Then you got some getting dutied up to do. I'm showing my age. She has to go get dutied up. Well, what are you waiting around here for?
All right, we'll be in touch.
Book a session. We get caller from area code 501. Ooh, Levi's number. You're on live with The Business. What's your name? Where you're calling from?
Hi, Jason. It's Alexandra Black. How are you?
As I cagily approach the ring.
No, don't do that. We go way back.
We do go way back, but people don't know. There's history, but it's a complicated adversarial love-hate type of history is what it is.
It is always love.
I'm like Yoda and she's like I'm like Yoda and she's Anakin. You know, Anakin Skywalker and this Vader. I was the student, now I'm the master. And like, okay, now I got to jump my little green ass around here and show you something. What is on your mind, ma'am?
With you.
Where you? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Discuss.
Where are you calling me
sorry.
from?
Go ahead.
And where are you calling from?
North Carolina.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes, sir. For the last couple of years.
I got my doubts about that, but all right. Go ahead.
I will send you some information.
Don't send me a damn thing. Don't send me a damn thing. No, don't bring me no draws to sniff. Don't send me nothing.
Here you go.
Don't send me nothing. I got my eye on you. You're not gonna slither through and do that thing you do. You're not gonna do any of that with your light skin.
What do I do?
With your light skin, D cup privileges have been revoked. Is what it is. I'm like, no, you're not gonna do that thing you think you gonna do.
So I'm not light skinned anymore for you?
No, you're light skinned, all right. You light skinned and everything else with your little bikini pictures. I just want you to know it ain't gonna work. So I'm ready for you.
Sir.
I'm ready for you.
Sir. Now you know old tricks always work with you.
Look here.
So let's not do that.
Baby, look here. Try and see what happens.
So don't do that.
Try and see what happens.
I see already you were waiting for me to call, but
damn
I wanted
Skippy.
to call in to discuss. I'm ready for you. I'm ready to be honest. If you ask me anything, I will be honest for you and everybody listening. Hi, everybody. But I wanted to call in and discuss Joy that we heard from earlier. So hopefully she's listening at this point because I am 27. I am unmarried, no children except for my dog.
Perpetually.
So I have a little bit of it. I'm sorry.
Perpetually single, and now she's got pets. Hell, it's all downhill. She's in her late 20s, single, never been married, and no kids, and a bunch of pets.
Jason, well, you and I tried to get married, but you wanted to act crazy and play games. So, I have to, step back. I could have been Mrs. Black, but you prefer to let me stay Miss Black. You
already Miss Black. I got enough crazy women running around now talking about.
I am not crazy.
I got enough crazy females running around now talking mess about me. No. You ain't gonna sit up here and have me caught up.
No, never that. But I got the dogs because I work from home now, just for everybody in the chat room, because I see y'all going crazy. I got the dog because I work alone. I live alone, and I work from home, so I got lonely and wanted somebody in the house. With me, of course, I would love a black man, but it is what it is. But I called in about Joy. I didn't call in about me. I called in because I just wanted to make sure that if she's listening, and I hope she is, to understand that you're not getting any younger and you're not getting any prettier. And I don't know what kind of person that women need to hear from in order to understand that. I don't know whether they need to hear it from a man, hear it from an older woman, or someone their age, but we need to stop playing these games because you're not going to get sexier. Gravity is going to notice you eventually, and when it does, she's not kind. So really just stop acting like you can always do better. $100,000 black men do not grow on trees. They don't grow anywhere, barely. You got Jason Black, and that's the only one that I can tell you I know, and that's it. So especially in Florida when it's very slim pickings there, and a lot of people are doing like crazy things like drugs and scamming and all of that, don't play yourself. Just have a come to Jesus or whoever you believe in and stop playing these games and realize that you need to run back to whatever man was making $100,000 plus and beg him to take you back. Well,
she's got to be honest with herself first.
What?
She's got to be honest with herself. She got to be honest with herself first because you can't fake it to this stuff right here. You can't fake it. And the other thing is you really need to diminish yourself as much as you can. You're not gonna impress men at this level. You're not going to impress us. And certainly if it's very obvious what you're saying is not accurate, you're not going to impress us. If you want to impress us, show us that you are ready to shut up and be taken to the next level. Show us you can do that. But don't sit up here and, you can't do that. So when you walk in the room wrong, if a man calls you on it, just shut up and let him go ahead and set you straight on that. But once you start fighting, it's like, oh, you a disciplinary problem. So this is why dudes don't fool with you. All she's got is a bunch. Now, I can't even say a bunch. She alleges. I mean, like I said, when you got that groupie behavior, okay, she might have met, let's just say she met some rappers. We all know a bunch of chicks who met rappers. OnlyFans is full of a bunch of females making $50,000 who met some rappers. OnlyFans is full of them. A bunch of chicks who met some rappers and took some photographs. Yes, they have a bunch of $100,000 sexual partners, but what they don't have is $100,000 mate. Who he's like, when the morning light shows and the sun starts rising, he doesn't demand you leave his place or he got to leave yours. Somebody who's like, okay, the sun is up and you get to stay. They don't have those kind of stories. If they're smart, they'll let you game them up so you can get them there. If they're smart.
Right.
I see somebody sound like they're having somebody sounds like they're having some buyer's remorse. I just couldn't help but notice. I won't rub it in.
What buyer's remorse do you think I have, sir?
I'm not rubbing nothing in. I'm just saying, I just made a little bit of an observation. I just couldn't help but notice. Just, whatever it is, it's all right.
No, not at all. I don't have any buyer's remorse except for maybe this dog sometimes.
But her voice, and even her voice has gotten deeper. Her voice used to be so high. Jason! Okay, now Jason.
I'm sleepy.
All
I was
right.
waiting very long for you to get done with Joy so I could call in and talk to you, and she was lying all up and down the street.
That's not sleep. That's not sleep. That's not sleepiness. That is
sleep.
That is post-peak vocal tones. What that is.
Not at all.
All right.
Not at all. This is past 6 o'clock at night vocal tone.
6 o'clock at night?
No, sir. I'm an old girl. I get tired.
Okay. Well, I can see. That's why I'm saying. I understand. Well, in any case, I just couldn't help but notice.
So terrible.
I just couldn't help but notice.
So terrible.
I just couldn't help but notice.
But I'm a woman now, Jason. I'm not. I don't claim to be. I'm not. 20 years old any longer. I don't sound like a 20-year-old girl. I've lived, unfortunately. So I don't have the high squeaky voice.
That sounded like the old Alexandra right there. Yeah, that sounded like you. Now that sounded like you right there.
I pinched my nose.
Okay.
I pinched my nose to make that voice.
That actually sounded like you. She's like, oh hell, I'm getting old. It sounds like it's going in that direction. Couldn't help but notice.
I have matured and definitely calmed down in recent years, even more so than before, because you've definitely been a great, teacher for me. And even when I don't call in, I'm listening and trying to soak up as much game as I can. And that's what a lot of young women need to do, listen to Black men, because obviously, what are you listening to women for? I don't claim that any woman should listen to me, but if I'm saying the exact same thing that a Black man who has means is saying, then there's no reason for you not to listen to me. It makes no sense. I do believe misery loves company, but I don't want anybody to suffer. I want women to be married and to have children, not like animals, like how most of the Black.
Now that she finished having her fun with all them other niggas, now she gonna call me up. Hey boo! Now that she's done with that, now she figured out what my number is now.
If I was really gonna do that, I have your number and you haven't blocked me, so let's not play that game.
All right.
I wouldn't call up here and try to run game on you on your show.
Okay.
We do this privately, like we have done many times before.
All right, don't try to do all that.
Don't put you out. Okay.
No, I'm saying don't try to make it look like you was running things. Don't do that. No, that's not a good idea.
I'm not running things. No, you have always been a gentleman, and you have always
No. She wanted to side. No, she wanted to side. Well, I was about to say she wanted. I wanted to say she wanted to sideline, but then she's gonna really put me out there and say Jason was either one sidelining. Well, then she's gonna be like, you understand? I got proof.
Has other things going on.
Baby, look here. I'm a busy man. She called me up one day. Jason, when am I getting married? I'm like, I don't know. When are you getting married? When's that gonna happen? You looking at me like I'm supposed to fix that issue. When are you getting married? Well, okay, baby, look here. I got things to do, people to see, places to go. But all you young chicks out there who haven't hit that peak yet, Alexandra is trying to warn you.
It is not fun. Aisha Curry, I wish I had her number because I would tell her, girl, I'm a single black woman, and if your husband even attempted to look at me sideways because you're out here acting like a slut and looking like a white woman, so you're not happy being a black woman anymore, so you want to toe the line with your green eyes. So no, like she just, oh my goodness, stop, just stop.
Yeah, don't start the light skin hate.
Grateful.
Don't start the light skin hate, baby. For the other caller, yes, you can say it, but don't start the light skin hate. I don't want you and Aisha getting into it. Don't start that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it would be some beige on beige crime.
Yes, I would hate to see.
I literally would snatch her up, and I don't fight, but I would snatch her up if I ever met her. Like, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind?
You don't fight, so whose knife was that you had?
I'm sorry?
Whose knife was that you had?
What knife?
Oh, wow, okay.
When
I'm blown up. Okay, let me stop now. Okay. All right.
I don't have a knife.
Not anymore.
I have a gun. I don't have a knife.
Oh, you've upgraded.
Don't
okay.
do knives anymore, darling.
She's gonna be like She's gonna be like Ice Cube in Players Club, just shooting all over the damn place. So.
No, I've never seen that movie, so I don't get the reference.
The safest place, if she's got a gun, the safest place will be in front of her. Let me tell you.
I cannot, but I'm telling you that black women really need to shut up and listen. At the end of the day, we really don't have that many options. They are cut in half and then cut in half again. So if you have any man who actually is doing what he needs to do, is providing, and is actually, not deviant like some people are, or just criminal, then you really need to stick by him. And looking at this picture of her, all I see is slut, hoe, Instagram thought. And I saw that when she posted that photo. I don't know if you have it, when she was in the bikini, and it looked like
yours.
It was so photoshopped. Hold on, mine isn't photoshopped, honey. I haven't had 3 kids.
Okay,
so
but I'm just saying
I have not had 3 kids.
She was wearing the same type of bikini that you like to float around on Instagram, so I just thought I would.
I am 27 years old, unmarried, and I have no children, so I can unfortunately wear those things. I would love.
It's not professional jealousy.
Old woman who with 3 kids and a husband who makes 7 figures.
So it's not professional jealousy. Okay, so it's not professional jealousy. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
No, it's not. I can wear the same bikini, but it would be completely different because I don't have those kids hanging on my shoulder, and I don't have anything to prove. I don't have anything to prove to anybody that I'm a beautiful woman. She has something to prove to someone. I don't know if it's just her or if it's her husband, that she can do better, that she's still desirable. I don't have those things to prove. I know that I'm desirable.
There's some fellas in the chat. There's some fellas in the chat asking if you're eligible.
I am eligible. I'm a single black woman, but
how much does he have to make, Lexi?
100.
Just 100 now? It's come down? Oh, okay.
Look, I'm 27. Beggars can't be choosers, honey.
All right, fellas, she's 27. She light skinned. She
100.
Cute. She's got D cups.
Double D's, let's be clear.
Double D's, my mistake. What do you wear, like a size 4 or a 2? What in the hell are you wearing now?
I'm a 4. If I didn't have the breast, I would be a 2.
Okay. So she's wearing a size 4, so. And she's only like 100 pounds. She's only like 100 pounds soaking wet. She's 100 pounds sopping wet.
This is turning into the Bachelorette. That is not what I call.
She is 100 pounds sopping wet. She really is.
I am not 100 pounds. I'm not 100 pounds.
You
I do have some weight to me, but I am not a thickums. I am slim thick.
Okay. Well, fellas, if for a tax-deductible donation of $50, if you want me to put you in touch with her, I'll do that. But trust me, she would rather be desired than to be. She would rather be desired than be. No, she's not available to be had. She's not available to be had. She's only available to be desired. So as long as dudes like her, that's why she stays single. She wants to be. She wants to be desired. She doesn't want to be had. So
I am available to be a wife. I have been desired. That is fine. I've been there. It is great for what it is. But I am available to be married.
Yeah,
and honestly, do not message Jason because Jason will be a total body blocker and totally send me some bums.
Baby,
so
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you whoever contacts me. I'm gonna send you whoever.
Jason, you know you are childish.
Whoever contacts me, I'm gonna send them straight to you. Why would I block them?
Send me some bums.
Dear, why would I block them? Why would I do that? Why?
I don't know, because you don't want me to be with anybody else. You want me to just be for you.
Baby, look here. No, I need somebody else to enjoy this psychotic fun. Is what I need them to do so they can see it's not me. They all think it's me. No, I need them to meet you so they can see it's not me.
It's not always you, but most of the time it is you.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
You the one 27 and single, but it's me.
You long enough to know that you are a little crazy.
You're 27. You're 27 and single, but it's me. All right. In any case, like I say, fellas, last train leaving. She's tired of these players and these dudes sitting up here at the club. I
have not been with players. That's the problem, is that I have not been with players.
Her Tinder profile says ready to settle. I've had my fun. I'm ready to settle down. Had my fun and ready to settle down.
The only thing that I have had is Bumble, and that's a little bit more dignified. Right. Tinder is for sex, and I'm not about that.
She's had her fun, and now she's ready to settle down.
I am not at all.
All right.
You got people in the chat trying to CashApp you for my number.
Baby, look at
that, Jason.
All right.
Don't be trying to pimp me out.
Well, I'm not gonna give them the number. I will forward you their email. I'll do that. So.
My email. Jason, you have to split that money with me. Now I need money. Don't do that. I cannot with you. But I'm just saying that honestly, I'm not. I'm
understand.
Not here for lying.
One moment.
I feel like
one moment here.
Come on this show.
No,
okay.
D, we don't time out people for talking like that. You don't talk about my friends like that, nigga. You're banned.
What?
You call somebody else. You talk about somebody else, and you don't even play about that. These old slum ass niggas here. What's her Instagram? What's the B's Instagram? Guess what? The B's Instagram is blocked, nigga. That's the Instagram.
Somebody said that about me, or I'm blocked.
Well, like I say, it's the scum and the bum niggas. They filter in. They can't help themselves.
Oh.
They've got incel Tourette's. They've got incel Tourette's. So they get in a room full of females. What's his name? What's his name? What's his number? What the hell the hoe look like? What the hoe look like, nigga? So they start exhibiting the mommy issues, those Norman Bates mommy issues, when they get around grown folk. If you want to know, fella, why you are on the outside looking in, that's the reason why right there. That's the reason why. He figured we was with the scum niggas on the street corner sitting up here, rubbing on ourselves about females. No, we actually meet women here, sir. We actually meet them here. You just demonstrated why you'll never be able to do this. That right there. That's why I meant at the beginning of the program. Those mediocre dudes, those mediocre guys who will lay up with Lizzo, those are the guys we want to get rid of right there. Those mediocre fellas, they don't know how to talk. They don't know how to act. Those are the guys we need to get rid of right there. Those are the ones.
Right.
I'll let you have the last word.
That's crazy. Well, at the end of the day, when you call in to speak to Jason on the business or any other platform that he has, do not lie, because you just look stupid. And this man literally gets paid, makes money off of debunking lies and stupidity. So it is nothing for him to pick apart your BS. He does it all day for the last 100 years, I'm sure. So just be honest and don't think that you are above reproach. And you really need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I need to be honest with myself. I want a husband. I need to stop being a slut. That's all. Thank you so much, Jason. I enjoyed talking to you. I hope you have a great night.
You do the same. You take care.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
What? You didn't think I knew any women? Hello? Yes, I have a very private life. I appreciate it more if my private life doesn't call up on the phone, but anyway. Caller from area code 214. You're on live with the business. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello. Caller from 214. Last try. You're on live.
Hello?
Yes, you're on. Wake the hell up. Stop rubbing yourselves. I know y'all do that when you're on hold, but baby, it's your turn to talk. Get the phone up to your ear, put down the KY, and speak. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Okay, are you talking to me? Hello?
I wish I had some music that resembled ADHD. That would work. Yes, is your area code 214?
Yes, 214. I wasn't sure. I thought it was someone else.
When you heard the voice say unmuted, that was you.
Oh.
Oh.
I guess I wasn't listening.
Mediocre.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Spoiler alert. Wonder how this call's gonna go. What's your name? What is your name and where are you calling from?
You can call me A. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Okay, call you what? 80?
A. Just the letter A.
A. Okay, let's try better than A. Let's do something better than the letter because I'm never going to remember that.
Okay. You can call Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. What's on your mind?
All right. Well, I was just calling in. I had emailed you probably some weeks ago. I don't know if you remember, but it was like level up advice for like a 22-year-old. So that's really why I was calling. And then to come in on the broadcast from today as well. I was just going to say, I personally, normally when I go on dates, I don't like send a whole file to my friends about the person, but I definitely do like sometimes share my location. I just let them know, like, hey, I'm meeting up with a new person. Like, I'll let you know I'm safe when I get home. But never none of, like, the extreme stuff that those girls do that you talked about today.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 22.
22 years old. What dress size do you wear, Ashley?
Definitely 14. I'm not going to lie. Definitely chunky.
She's being honest with herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
No offense, ma'am.
I listened to the other girl, so I was like, let me not lie, be truthful, and get the help.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. She's 22 years old and size 14. First of all, somebody needs to ass whoop. Second of all, here, you don't have to you don't have to go through all those steps, baby. You a size 14. Ain't nobody gonna kidnap you and nothing like that. He got to pick you up in the car. It's like, if he doesn't do regular weight training, he's not going to kidnap you. So no, you don't have to tell anybody anything. You can walk down the street. Everything's fine.
Oh, gosh.
Everything's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, a size 6, she got to worry about that. Size 14? It's like, oh, no, he's going to do the German suplex to get you in the back seat and get you in the trunk. So don't worry about that. Are you originally from Dallas?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay. And what are you doing over there in Dallas?
I'm in college.
Okay.
I work part-time.
What are you taking in college?
Well, my degree is a bit of a detour. So I'll be graduating with a general studies degree.
That's it?
But I have like a concentration.
A general studies degree.
Right.
So in other words, how much debt are you in?
I'll be in 27 when I graduate.
$27,000 of debt, essentially to go back to high school a second time. She's in 27,000. For those of you who don't know, general studies, that essentially means she went through high school again. Essentially. She's not even coming out with a major. 22 years old. Going to be $27,000 in debt at 23. With a degree that she won't be able to even blow her nose with.
I was hoping it wouldn't be that bad.
It will be that bad, ma'am. It will be that bad. You're 22 years old. I was living in Dallas before you were born. Oh, God, did I really just say that? I was living in Dallas before you were born. Plano was a suburb when I was there. A real suburb. Now it's done blown the hell up. Now all those folk are up there in Allen. That's blown up too. When I was there, Plano was a suburb and Allen was the sticks. I'm naming these places because I know them. Plano was the suburbs. Right. Allen was the sticks. Mesquite was like Mansfield, Louisiana. Mesquite is blown up somewhat. But hell, baby, Irving, Texas. The only thing Irving had was a freeway that took you to the airport. Baby,
yeah, you're very built up now.
Okay, but here's my point. I know you called for one thing, but I gotta say, you need some help right now. You're 22 years old, about to be saddled with enough debt to buy a brand new Toyota Camry before your life has even got started. And what you got the debt for wasn't an investment. You're not gonna be able to do anything with a general studies degree. I don't know who lied to you. You're not gonna be able to do anything with that.
Yeah. It was like I was trying to do nursing, so that didn't go as planned, so that's why I'm doing this.
Why didn't we finish? Okay, maybe you can go back and try again. Because nursing, that'll work out a hell of a lot better, baby. You're not going to do anything with a general studies degree. Nothing at all. You can't do anything with that.
It sounds bad when you put it like that.
Dear, because understand the emphasis I'm putting on you. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen it. I've had kinfolk who've done it. I have 5 people with psychology degrees in my family. Now, granted, a lot of them do well, but then again, it was a different environment. They're all older than me, by the way. It was a different environment. For those of you young folk today, baby, there's nothing you can do with that. Psychology, sociology, liberal arts, general studies. Baby, if you're not getting a degree in STEM, engineering, accounting, the stuff that requires math, you don't have anything today. Yeah, they give these courses, but the courses are useless. They'll sell you you can get a degree in philosophy. Where are you going to get paid for philosophy? The only thing a philosophy degree will make you good for is being a philosophy professor. There are no Fortune 500 companies that need a philosopher. So if you just go in taking the degree that tickles your fancy, yes, business administration, useless. Finance, useless. They don't do what you think. Your finance degree is worthless. Y'all are 22 years old and don't know these things because either your parents or whatever didn't tell you. Mostly your teachers didn't know because most of them got caught up in the matrix decades ago, and they're teachers because they can't. Let me just be brutally honest. They're teachers because they can't do more than teach. They have a degree they were just like you. They got walked off into the debt machine. They got a job with the state. They were waiting for the times to get better. 30 years later, they got to retire. The times never got better. They were waiting for the day that their income was going to double once and then double again. It never happened. Because that's really what you all are going to school for. Let me just go ahead and explain this. You all think you're going to school because you think you're going to get a degree that's going to allow your income to double 3 times before you have to retire. That's what you all think it's going to do. And that's not what's going to happen. Your degree offers no pathway to double, much less triple in value. Nursing, STEM, those are things that will allow it to double and triple. IT, computer technologies, those will double and triple. Yours won't. What you're making now, what you can make, basically a general studies degree will get you a job. A general studies degree will get you a job working at Five Guys. That's what it'll do. You can't do anything with it. There are no employers looking for somebody with a general studies degree, except one. I'm sorry, I misspoke. There is one. The Texas Department of Education. You can become an elementary school teacher or a social worker. So I misspoke. You can go to work for the state of Texas.
Okay. I don't know if I pursue those routes. Those wouldn't, well, I guess I could, but that wouldn't be like my ideal career. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, okay, but here's the problem, baby. You don't have the time to sit around and piddle around. I'm going to tell you right now, get your ass back in nursing school. Get your ass back over there and keep going till you get your RN. You can have that in 3 years and hopefully be making enough money to dig yourself out of this hole. You're walking out at 22 years old with a whole bunch of debt and a degree that will do nothing to abrogate that. See if you can switch back over and get started back in nursing again. If you hurry up and go through CNA and LPN, get to RN as quickly as you can so you can get some real stuff popping. What you got right now is a death sentence. You're going to be with the rest of those people who walked out in their 20s, got tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and it's going to keep compounding interest. And it's going to keep doing it because your job isn't going to pay you enough to even satisfy the interest, much less the principal. You're going to tell yourself, well, in 5 years, I'll be making enough to pay down the interest. No, you won't. No, you won't. Baby, there are no jobs out here that are going to allow you to pay that off. Do you have any kids?
No. Mm-mm.
Don't get pregnant. For the love of Pete, don't get pregnant. You can't afford it. Although I will make one more suggestion to you, baby, here. You about 6 dress sizes too big. You need to get that down to a size 8 because you are prime real estate to a man. You are now. I will tell you what you are on my phone right now. You are intelligent. You're articulate. You sound like you can hold a good damn conversation. But right now, you don't look very good in clothes, and you're wasting time.
Yeah, I know, but that's probably from stress. Just like
okay, well, you know what's
definitely gained a lot of weight.
You know what real stress is gonna be? Real stress is gonna be 25 years old with $30,000 in debt, a size 14, and no prospects. That's gonna be real stress. Right now, you got 2 jobs: getting your ass to nursing school and getting down to a size 8, quick, fast, and in a damn hurry. So you can go downtown to the Magnolia and the Sheraton, the big park down there behind on your way down there. I want to say it's on the way to the bus station, but everybody knows in downtown Dallas on Market Street, and Ackerd. Market Street, Ackerd, where the AT&T building is. Oh yes, I know them all. Yeah, I gotta prove my stripes. Where the AT&T building is, that courtyard where the AT&T building is, they got basically a party center there now. It's got a big, for those of you who haven't been to downtown Dallas recently, by the way, they got a big, huge LED screen on it damn near is as tall as the skyscraper is this huge LED screen on the AT&T building. That thing is like 7-8 stories tall. I kid you not. It's gigantic and 7-8 stories tall. Huge thing. Baby, on Friday and Saturday nights, you need to be looking for somebody coming through there with the paper right. And right now, you ain't built for it. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying, by the way, you're not using all the tools in your arsenal. There's money coming through there. There's paper coming through there. We seeing Ferrari. We used to see them cheap old Maseratis. Now you're seeing Ferraris come roll through downtown Dallas. Baby, it's paper coming through. And you're in prime, your age is prime real estate, but you ain't in prime position. Put yourself in prime position. There is too damn much money rolling through Dallas right now, and you missing every dime of it.
That sounds bad when you say it like that. Like I don't
what sounds bad?
Or miss opportunities. Just like hearing how you're saying it. I mean, I'm sure I know it's true.
Okay, it sounds mean when you say it. Let me ask you something. Are you a virgin, ma'am?
No.
Okay, the last 3 dudes you slept with them and didn't get nothing. How you feel about? Was that harsh? Did you consider those?
Nothing. I definitely don't.
You what did you get from it? Yeah. Other than some dirty marks on your vaginal rap sheet, you ain't got nothing to show for it. So what I'm saying here, baby, is if you're gonna, this is what I'm talking about. You all want to sit up here and say, well, I'm gonna go to school and focus on my schooling, and when I get done with that, I'll get me the right job, and then when I'm 30 or 32, I'll worry about a husband. By that point, baby, the dudes who were looking at you when you were 22, they're not going to be checking for you at 32. They're going to be looking for the 22-year-olds. So if nobody ever told you that about your degree being useless, I'm the one telling you. And if nobody ever told you that you're not using all the tools at your disposal at 22 years old, I'm telling you. You are deluding yourself and thinking, I'll go take care of this when I'm 32. Baby, you're going to be deep off into, you're going to have bought a car. You're going to have consumer debt on top of your student loan debt. You're going to have a job that you got to work 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week for. You're not going to have time to do this then. You're going to be too busy married to the man. And you're telling yourself, when I get 32, I'll lose some weight and this and no. By the time you get 32, you'll be a size 18. Because you ain't met no real stress yet. If college turned you into a size 14, baby, the work world's going to turn you into a size 20. College turned you into a 14. You just wait until you have to deal with these white supremacists in the real world and your mortgage or your rent is dependent upon making them happy and they're messing with you every damn day. You're going to be a size 20 or 22 if college made you a 14.
Lord.
So I'm just telling you right now, baby, the priority is to throw the hell off. If nobody told you this and whatnot, let me ask you about your mom. Is your mother married?
Yeah, my parents are married. My dad actually told me about your other show. So I ended up finding it.
Okay, first of all, it's broadcast. Thank you very much. It's not a show. Steve Harvey has a show. DL Hughley has a show. In any case, your daddy is trying to let you know. Because a lot of these dudes, they don't know how to articulate it, so they send you to the source. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, because
you messing up, and if you go ask your...
My dad will, get on to me about how I eat.
Wow, okay, but your father is telling you that because you're not desirable to the men who are able to change your life. Otherwise, you're going to be pulling all this weight by yourself, baby. That's not where you want to be. You want to be a female who's winning, and you want to attract a winner. A winner a man who's making $200,000 a year ain't looking for a size 14. He's looking for a female that represents his life. He wants her young, he wants her intelligent, he wants her fit, he wants her looking like the living embodiment of the car he drives. If he drives a BMW 7 Series, he wants a chick who looks like a BMW 7 Series. If he's driving an Audi A8 or an S8, he wants a chick who looks like an Audi S8. If he's driving that 2021 Escalade, he wants a chick who looks like a 2021 Escalade. Your white and Latino counterparts, this isn't even a discussion over there. Over here in black society, well, let me see if I can keep struggling and do dumb things along. I'll get the other, okay. Then when they get 30, all these niggas just want a white woman. No, because you're pissed off your 20s. Acting like this didn't matter. And pontificating about it and telling me, yeah, my daddy told me this. That. Okay, if all these people are telling you, why the hell ain't you listening? Your metabolism is as high as it's ever going to be. It's only going to go down from here. It's not going to get easier to lose the weight. Right now, you are at the height of your physical abilities. You will be able to lose that weight quicker and easier than ever. Go ask the chicks in the chat room who are in their 30s or, God forbid, their 40s how hard it is to lose 2 dress sizes. Right now, for you, you could lose it in a couple of months. You get in your 30s, it's going to take a couple of years. Right now, your body is cooperating and you're taking it for granted and you're abusing it. Stop doing that. The men that you need, right now, you don't need to be trying to do this by yourself. Smart people collaborate with other people. You're going to try to pull weight in Dallas on your own? Hell no. Get yourself together so that you look like a winner so you can attract a man who's winning and he can put you on the team. Now you're cooperating together as a team. Now everything's going to be easier because you ain't pulling it by yourself anymore. Baby, if a chick looks good, niggas will pay off your damn college debt. If you look like $1 million, he ain't got no problem throwing 10 on it. Because you look like $1 million. But if you look like $50, you gonna pull that weight by yourself. And that's what's really stupid about this. At your age, people will pay. Send me a link to your Facebook, ma'am.
I have Instagram.
Okay, email it to me. Don't say it out loud because you have 1,000 people listening to it. Email it to me.
Okay.
You can email it to me at handlethebusiness@yahoo.com.
Okay, that one.
That's handlethebusiness@yahoo.com. Go ahead and email that to me.
Okay, let me type it in.
To the females listening here tonight, you all need to understand. Y'all are out here watching these other folk here. They want to get real sedity and real pious. They 22 years old, done slept with 6 or 7 dudes by the age of 22, but all of a sudden when you tell them about getting a man, ooh, that sounds bad when you say that. So what you're really saying is that you only want to attract men when it's a loser situation, a losing proposition. I only want to attract men if there's no benefits. There's no benefits, no profit, nothing to gain. I only sleep with men under bum circumstances. I don't sleep with men for elevation circumstances. You start talking about elevating yourself. Oh, no, I don't do that. I only sleep with a man if there's nothing to be gained. Nope. I don't sleep with men if there's something to be gained. I only sleep with men if there ain't nothing in this. I only am interested in attracting men. It's not about sleeping with them either. When I turn the conversation to, hey, you should be trying to get you a man who can elevate your life. Oh, that sounds bad when you say that. She ain't a virgin, so she been sleeping with dudes. Yeah, but she only wants to do that if there's nothing to gain. When we start talking about something to gain,
that's not what I was.
when we start talking about something to gain, ooh, that sounds funny. That sounds funny. Well, why don't you sleep with that broke nigga over there? Okay. That's good. That's good. No, you all don't think about it that way because you've never actually thought about it. But if you actually listen to what you're saying, you'll realize that's what you're actually saying. I don't try to attract men who are profitable and beneficial to my life. I try to attract men who ain't got nothing and we sleeping together, but there ain't nothing gonna be gained from it. That's why I said, okay, have you slept with 3 guys? Are you a virgin? No. What did you gain out your last relationships? Nothing. I'm in college trying to get a degree on my own. None of them, I have no kids. None of them dudes are trying to help me do nothing. I'm going to be sitting with $27,000 of debt on my own like Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald. That's it. But what Jason's talking about, oh, that's too icky. All right. Go ahead on. If you think you're going to be 22 forever, go ahead on.
I'm not sure if you got it or not.
I haven't received anything from you. If I did, I would tell you. Have you sent it?
Handle the business.
Handle the business at yahoo.com.
Okay.
No, now she's getting...
Spelling it wrong?
It's all one word, no spaces. Now she's getting coy. I don't know how to email it to you, Jason. I don't know how to do it.
No. I just want to make sure I'm spelling it right.
Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh, I've already talked to you.
Did it?
Yeah, first of all, you didn't send me a...
talk to me.
I told you send me a link.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do I send them?
And yes, ma'am, you and I have already spoken.
I don't think I talked to you on the phone. I remember emailing you.
Okay. Well... make sure you get your degree game together, okay? Did you get that?
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right. You need to get your degree game together.
Okay.
Think you can do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, you're on the path to nowhere. If nobody told you, I'm telling you. And yes, while you still got some years in front of you,
You better start looking as much like a Cadillac as you can. Trying to do this stuff on your own, baby, that's a non-starter. All the broke chicks you talking about today, they tried to do it on their own and found out it's too heavy. That's my advice to you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much for giving us a call tonight. See, all these young women out here, y'all have got it in your heads, because nobody gamed you up about it, that you're going to be 22 forever and I'll get it together when I'm 32 because I'll still have it. You're not going to have the youth. You're not going to have that vitality. That's not going to be there. Let me get a caller from area code 510. You're on live with The Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
JB, what's up? This is G from Emeryville.
G from Emeryville. What state?
California.
Emeryville, California. What's on your mind?
California. Yes, sir. Also kind of borderline of West Oakland. I just appreciate, again, the program that you have out today. I wanted to just address the crazy that you talk about. A lot of times women are using their emotions when they're making decisions, and it's happened generation after generation. And for some reason, they think that going the emotional route as opposed to the logical route or the feeling route is still going to garner some type of desire or the dream, as opposed to making sense of things. Like when the female talks about giving 15 dudes or 5 dudes or whatever her information or the fellow's information prior to going on a date with them so everybody can know because she might get kidnapped. That's a female that says, I don't really know this guy, but I'm just going to go because I feel like it because I'm bored, lonely, and want some attention. But if something happens to me, women don't even understand, like, you're not supposed to give the wrong dude attention. So if you're going out with the right dude, then people already know about the dude and you're going about it the right way. But a lot of women, they just kind of want to use their bodies according to how they feel. And then, they get a little older and they're like, dang, so many 50, 40-year-old women are always trying to throw the little cougar signals, when I engage them in traffic. And then even the younger ones, because they see me kind of young and successful. So they're like, hey, what's up? But I realize the game, you got to find the quality. You got to find the quality, not the quantity, not what she looks like right now, even though that's going to play into it. But just know who you're dealing with. A lot of the women are crazy. They might have a pretty face, smile, but they're using their emotions, and they think it's going to get them something, and it's not.
Well, but that really only hurts the desperate guys. The mediocre fellas are the ones who fall for that. I mean, when you're young and naive, that's one thing, but I'm not talking about guys who are just young and naive. Because there's a difference between being young and naive and being desperate. There's a difference between those two things. And these are guys they may be young, but they're young and desperate. And a fella who is young and desperate, he ain't going to do nothing but become a fella who's old and desperate. So if he's desperate and willing to ignore all these warning signs at 20, he's going to ignore them at 30 and 40. That's just what they do. I can sit here and look at a fella in high school and tell you, oh, you're going to get some hoe pregnant and end up being under somebody's thumb for the rest of your damn life. Just like you can look at the females and tell her little hot tail is going to have 4 or 5 bastard babies and be on Section 8 the rest of her life. You can see that in high school now. Once we get to a certain point, brother, we can see it right out the gate. We don't even have to ask anymore. It's just like, I can see you got all the characteristics. Right now, all they're going to do is get worse. That's all they're going to do. Thank you very much for giving us a call. Now, I'm going to try one more phone call here before we wrap things up. I got callers on the line here, but we'll literally be here all night, and I really don't want to go past 4 hours again. But let me get caller from area code 701. You're on live with The Business. What's your name? Where you calling from? Caller from area code 701. Last try. You're on live with The Business. Okay, caller from 701 has been abducted. Let's try something a little bit different. We're not going to play on the phone lines all night, folks. Let me get caller from area code 202. You're on live with The Business. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, Jason. My name is Darlene, and I'm calling from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello, Darlene.
And I'm calling because... Excuse me?
Hello, Darlene. What's on your mind?
I was calling to say I am 49 years old, and I'm listening to your podcast, and I wish I had somebody in my ear growing up giving me this advice that you're giving to these young girls right now. Now, it does sound harsh, especially to a lot of young girls like myself that didn't have a man in the house with us. So I had to just take my emotions out of it and just listen to what you were saying and what you were trying to say. And I agree totally. Like I said, I'm trying to do other things like start my own business at 49. When I think about it, I could have did this at 19 and been retiring right now. But what I'm saying is I think people should really listen, take the emotion out of it, and just listen. The advice that you are offering is needed, especially now. And I have two daughters. I have one that's 25, and I have one that's 28. What I tried to do, their father was involved in both of their lives, and I just see the difference in the girls and myself, and I'm so proud of them, how they're grown and the confidence and what they exude. So I just wanted to say that, Jason. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for giving us a call here tonight. Do work with them on that right there. That's the kind of thing you want. We got to catch them young because we can't game them up. It's going to be real hard to game them up once they're in their 20s because really, to be totally honest with you, how do you mold a 20-year-old? Especially as parents. The world has to mold them. And once they get past, the other issue is once y'all get past 25, 27, you're not even coachable. So we got to get them young when they can still be molded and still be coached and ingrain those good habits in them because once they gain a set of habits, it's going to be very, very difficult to divorce them from it. Thank you very much for giving us a call here tonight. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. This has been a good long program for this. I'm looking at doing our first Get Your Weight Up Wednesday. So I'm looking at doing that. That's something I've been meaning to do here for a minute, but I'm looking at getting our first Get Your Weight Up Wednesday going here. That's going to be a patron exclusive. I get a bunch of folk who want to talk to me and whatnot because they're ready for some reliable information. So I want to go ahead and see if I can do that probably going to try to do that this Wednesday. If we can go ahead and get that going, that'll be a great thing. If you're not a member of our Patreon, that's going to be the kind of thing you want here. So for the guys who keep wanting to talk to me, for the ladies who want to ask other questions, business-related questions, developmental questions, all these things your parents didn't tell you, that your job's not telling you whatnot, from somebody who can actually point you in the right direction. If you're not a member of our Patreon, you probably want to do that. So this Wednesday, I'm looking at doing our first Get Your Weight Up. I think that's going to be a good thing for you all here. So if you're not subscribers to the Patreon, that means you can't listen to the live stream. You need to be subscribed over to the Patreon in order to do that. Ask the folks who are there. It's well worth it. Once again, I want to thank everyone who has contributed to support tonight's program. I really do appreciate that. It's just good when you have people who are sincere about it, people who are real about it. That's just the kind of thing that really reminds you of what that's about here. So, Chukwamika, Darby, thank you very much for that as well here. Everybody in the super chat, I see everyone. That's the great thing about these things. It marks everybody, and you definitely remember the people who put their money where their mouths are. So thank you for showing your support about that. That definitely helps as well. If you're new here to the business, I want to welcome you to our channel. Click that red subscribe button so you can be a subscriber. Click that yellow notification bell. We are definitely growing over here. This is going to be something that you want to stick with because all these other people who I laid the foundation for, and now they're out there screwing up the teaching. It's amateur hour. They're trying to figure it out as they go along. They don't know. Get it from the source where they got it from. That's the business. And this concludes tonight's broadcast of The Business. I am your host, your brother, your humble servant, Mr. Jason Black. And until next time, my brothers and my sisters from around the world, remember...
Hello, Jason. It's 7 a.m. Handle your business, or your business will handle you. Have a blessed day.